watch out if your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me, and he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling this war, never getting bored, loves the blood and gore, always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force of part it. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness, torn apart quick. You left scars ripped, you'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. Adrenaline pressure, it's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
Happy MamaMax week! Wait, can y'all even hear me on this one? Oh, you can. Happy MamaMax week! How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Okay. One last song. Yes! And happy MLK Day. True. True. What's up, Natanya? How you doing, K-Huck? Thank you for being members. I really appreciate y'all. Alright, one last song. Y'all know, what the song means. I was getting ready to hit the wrong one too. Y'all know what this song means. Get your snacks together, get your drinks together, and if you need a little smoky smoke, get that together too, because this is a long one we're watching tonight, but we're going to watch every minute of it because it was a damn good video by a homie of the channel. Pigeon Salad, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. 07's in the chat for Pigeon Salad. Let's go.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, yeah. Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy cane. lanes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah.
Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I won't obey. You cannot tell me what I cannot say. I'm here to last, so yeah, I'm here to stay. I'll live each second like my final day. You can't take that away. Yeah.
Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
Wow, I was muted. What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing? Thank you again, Pigeon Sally, for the 5 gifted. I really appreciate it. Diesel and Lyrics W tonight/today. Yes. Hold on. Somebody's showing me a thumbnail. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna put an LOL there. Yeah, there we go. So, how are y'all doing? Happy MamaMax week. Lyrics' video was really good. We will be going over Lyrics' video probably tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. And then, oh, I'm actually watching Lyrics'. I'm probably going to be watching Lyrics' videos like 4 times already, because I already watched it with Chud. Wednesday's going to be super busy. I'm probably going to go live earlier on Wednesday. I'm probably doing Nick's video on Thursday. I'm going to be honest, because I got broadcast going live on Wednesday. So, yeah, Diesel's video is really good. That's the one we're watching tonight. It's 2 hours long. We're going to watch it at 1.25. Diesel is definitely a friend of the channel. We love us some Diesel. So Max is going to stream by the end of the week. I agree. I think he is going to stream at the end of the week. And I can tell you now, if he goes to stream while I'm in the middle of a video, 1, I'm going to cope, seethe, and mauled. But 2, I will stop the video, stream snipe Max, and then maybe go back to the video or just redo the video, and then I'll re-upload it as a video going over his stream. Because, you know, he doesn't like to keep the streams up. And, of course, Diesel is live right now. Diesel literally just went live. That's hilarious. I wonder if Muda gonna break his NDA for the vid. That could be dangerous. That NDA wouldn't hold up worth a shit, from what I'm hearing. I can see Max making an apology vid, but there's no way he doesn't do a defensive stream right after. I don't know. Yeah, I know Bo Blacks is live. I don't care about that. And everybody's doing Diesel's video tonight, too. That's the funny thing. I was thinking, you know, mostly everybody's probably going to do Lyrics' video tonight because it's shorter. So I'll just go ahead and do Diesel's video. Nope, everybody's doing Diesel's video tonight. Someone said that the NDA was just writing your username on a piece of paper. Apparently, yeah, I have no idea because I refuse to do it. Bro, everyone went live the moment Xylie did. Did they? Did they? The Matrix is out to get me. That's why. The damn Matrix is out to get me. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you are ready to start this, because this is going to be long. Hey, what's up, Flatley? Hell yeah, we are ready to start. All right. Let's get set up as soon as... There we go. Bam. Alright, so Diesel's video is called The Downfall of MamaMax. And it is literally a comprehensive history of what MamaMax has done wrong. And there's a lot of stuff in here, especially the first half, that I didn't know. So here we go. And let's get started.
MamaMax is a Texas-based 27-year-old YouTuber who's cultivated a dedicated audience through social media platforms like YouTube and Patreon due to his boundary-crossing YouTube series in which he hunts PDF files on the internet while using a curriculum of impactful tools in filmmaking to express his distaste for the insidious, grotesque personalities that take advantage of youth. He's a pretty polarizing figure. Many stand by his side and applaud his tactical prowess as they're convinced.
Oh, you're going to be a pain in the ass tonight. Oh, they're not up yet. Okay.
He gets the job done. However, there are others that believe his actions are an egregious strategy that treads deeply within the lines of exploitation. And some even believe that this whole PDF file hunting thing is a masquerade. It's a grift, using a powerful subject that people believe in to gain an audience.
I'm going to be honest, I agree. I think it is a grift. Especially... Lyrics' video really showed you how much he go to the Patreon. Lyrics' video was really good at showing the grift itself. That's why that video has to be reviewed. It has to be. But yeah, no, I think it is a grift. I think it is. I really do. I think it's a grift. Well, Weird Collar Guy, he must be a great grifter because he was making a lot of money a month on Patreon. Just saying. So...
that will shower Max with donations and Patreon subs in the hopes that Max will take down future virtual deviants. When it comes to Max, there's a lot of questions that have been asked. How did he get to this destination on YouTube? Where did he come from? As well as the looming irony that Max himself has his own allegations that have come back to haunt him. Not only that, but it seems in recent months there's a possibility that the wheels are beginning to fall off this persona, and his career is at risk, as others, including ones in his own community, have begun to question the strategies that he uses and implements to gain his success and get the word out about PDF files. Max has said on record his reasoning for becoming a YouTuber was eventually to learn as much of the craft as he could, and then use those tools to become a worthy filmmaker.
Okay, you know what? Honestly, okay. I'm gonna be for real. Especially with the way the videos are done and stuff like that, Max could actually, work into doing that. I just think he needs to put away the shit that he's been doing, and I don't understand why he doesn't just retell scary stories or retell cases that have already been solved and bad guys put away, or something like that. I don't understand why he's doing what he's doing, because he's not doing it properly. when he could just tell like creepy stories from Reddit or creepy scary stories like known to man or like cases that had dark twisted turns or cults and stuff like that, you know? Well, yeah, Nexpo does, but I mean, you can have more than one creator doing the same thing. How many commentary channels are going to be going over these MamaMax videos this week? I mean, it's literally going to be MamaMax week. You know what I mean? You can have more than one creator doing the same type of stuff, you know? Just do it in their way. You know? Yeah, true, Moody. Maybe that's it. Moody, you're probably right. Maybe that's it.
The whole point of doing YouTube was like to learn filmmaking, because the ultimate goal is to make films, right? And so that's why I started my YouTube channel in the first place, was to learn how to make films. And as you can see, like those of you who have been around for a while, you can see like the evolution of my channel. Like as time went on, I just got, you know, better and better at filmmaking.
His channel itself was
Rod, I think that's actually a good point. He could do the same thing he's always done, except just be honest about being fictional. Yeah, true. Absolutely true. I mean, he could actually tell flat out fictional stories and just say flat out, these are fictional stories. And I don't know, could be a story that a fan wrote or he wrote or something like that, you know?
created after Max began to notice how successful Leafy Is Here was, and how easy Leafy made it look.
The people that inspired me to make my channel, I kind of hate having to bring...
I did not know that MamaMax was the very first guest on Hot Wet Soup. I didn't know that. I did not know that.
...this up because it's people that I currently don't like anymore.
Oh, really?
But yeah, so like people like Leafy were like the ones that like made me like get on my channel, because I saw how fast he was growing from doing something so simple, like he's just talking, and I was like, oh right, that's pretty cool. I want to do that. And you know, like others like Pyrocynical and Grade A Under A, H3H3, even Don't Hug Me I'm Scared, like kind of inspired me, because
I can see that.
And Max felt like he could have success with taking that route. Sometime around late 2015, early 2016, Max would begin creating content by making videos that he would call YouTube Hell. These videos were similar to what is considered a YouTube poop, which is a video short in length, edited comedically to cause confusion. However, the difference with Max's content was that he would use clips of hentai and other visuals that push boundaries. His content would also shift towards commentary topics like Leafy, Ethan, Lieutenant Corbus, etc.
That's another thing I didn't know. I didn't know he was a commentary channel. I didn't know Max in his early days was a commentary channel. Which I find kind of funny now, if you think about it, that he used to be a commentary channel, then went and did what he did, and now it's commentary channels that are doing what they're doing now. All right, let's go.
He would also reportedly inherit the name MamaMax due to a Filthy Frank reference, because his fan base saw similarities to Filthy Frank.
And I guess people got like Filthy Frank vibes from my channel, because before I did Life Sucks, I just did these like insane edits called YouTube Hells. They were basically like YouTube poops, but they were about a specific YouTuber usually, and they always had like a shitload of hentai in them, because I thought hentai was hilarious at the time. And yeah, I get people just started calling me you know, Papa Max, and I'm like, well, why don't y'all just call me Mama Max, because like it's an alliteration. So that's where the Mama from MamaMax comes from. It's from Filthy Frank.
Max's content would evolve into Max narrating over animations that were drawn by his sister in an episodic series that was called Life Sucks. The Life Sucks series was basically an outlet for Max, because if you go back and watch his old Life Sucks series, you'll find out he's a very cringy, lonely, emo, sad boy. You know, the whole incel vibes.
True,
he had zero
true.
filter and also zero life experience. Max would use the series to let all his Zoomer frustrations out into the world. In these videos, he'd rant about how awful his family was. He'd reveal reveal personal details about his relationships due to heartbreak, he'd even try to wedge in inspirational segments that came off more like a cringy "you can do it" montage, all while showing clips of anime and tackling serious subjects like terrorism and using pretentious phrases like malevolently melancholy. Malevolently Melancholy is like the name of my band in high school. Like, although you can see a glimpse of a talented filmmaker.
I love Diesel's laugh. It's so funny. Life series. What's up, Celine?
Here, Max's series was just hot garbage, and I think Max would even agree with me there, which is why these videos are no longer public on his channel. If you ever want to have a laugh, just search up a re-uploaded version of the Life Sucks episode, and you'll literally feel secondhand embarrassment watching it.
Whether you're malevolently melancholy or fucking frustrated or disturbingly infuriated or have the absence of all emotion and feel so depressed that you could vertically slice your genitals in half till blood spews out of it like a fire hose, then this
oh God. Oh God. Oh,
video was made just for you. Hey guys, it's Valentine's Day, and while everyone else out there is getting their faces fucked and contracting STDs or flaunting out their clearly broken relationships with PDA, or even just being cute with the one they love and making you feel like poop, I am here with you today to tell you that it's the end of the world and everything is falling apart, so it's time to set yourself on fire and die. I'm kidding. I'm here to tell you to not worry one little bit if you're lonely today.
Also, I want to note that some of the women discussed in these Life Sucks video would eventually show up again years later with their own stories. But, you know, more to come to that when we get there. Look, we've all made content in the past that we regret, but for Max, it would kind of get worse.
Yeah, that was, yes, Shadow Star, I agree with you. What the hell, Max? Yeah. Oh, man.
Would eventually grow too depressed to continue his Life Sucks series about being depressed, which is very ironic, and would push it to the side for something he would consider as more fun. That more fun thing was hentai reviews.
I started making the Life Sucks because I was depressed and wanted to help other people, and then I started making hentai reviews because my channel wasn't doing well and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and I was just confused about everything, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna review hentai, fuck everything. I'm
not going to get too much into the hentai reviews.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Matt, I kind of think the script could have used some work, you know? I don't know who wrote that script. Yes, Matt W. in the chat. Matt wrote the script for Diesel. Okay? Matt W. in the chat. Give Matt his due for writing the script. You did good, Matt. You did good. You did awesome. God bless it.
Because I want ads, but just know there's a lot of weird stuff.
I want to touch and feel.
Yes, he actually did write the script.
Real, to actually have control of the wheel. I don't want to just sit and watch as I rub and grip my crotch. I'm so bored of that shit, so stop. I can see they're just balloon boobs. I know it's all cartoon.
What the hell?
Reminded every new moon, but I'm a savage and I liked it. I'm ravenous and I'm violent with anime in my privates. I'm just lonely and...
Okay, bro. That's some cringy shit. Anime in the okay. All right. Yeah, this segment makes me uncomfortable. I just want to say that.
Thirsty. I was only someone searching for mostly one to hold me. Or, you know, just someone who cares enough about me to be willing to at least be comfortable enough to make contact with my skin and not walk away ashamed and making excuses as to why I'm supposed to be an untouchable substance for them. Pardon me.
This is around the time Max would gain traction as a YouTuber in late 2016 or early 2017, in which he would surpass a few milestones and his subscriber count began to help him network with other YouTubers such as Elvis the Alien and Corpse Husband, who were making similar content. In fact, he would also be the first guest on the infamous podcast Hot Wet Soup, where he admitted to being able to suck his own dick.
What the That actually reminds me.
Okay,
Go ahead,
we'll link a
Max.
picture.
I am an alien.
Everybody link a picture.
What were you gonna say, Max?
I forgot to mention, I can do something that I don't really like talking about.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm ready for this.
I can suck my own dick.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
No.
Bro. What? Wait. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. Bro. Virgo, I can see why he fakes a deep voice. No! honest with you. I could have spent the rest of my life without hearing that clip. Okay? I could have spent the rest of my life without hearing that. Oh, dear God. Oh, shit.
Like Marilyn
No,
Manson?
I really can. I really can do that.
Hey.
Yes.
How?
Maybe.
Are you missing some ribs?
Yeah.
I mean, no, but I mean, I don't know if it's just long enough for me to do it. Or...
Jeez.
Why, Matt, why did you insert this part? I don't, this is total, I guarantee you Diesel would not have added this part if it hadn't been for Matt. This is Matt's fault. This right here is Matthew's fault, alright? I don't know, Zach. What?
Good for you, Max.
Gamer Jamie. What have I just stumbled into? Oh Lord, I am not reading the rest of that. I refuse. Thank you for being a member for 4 months.
It's more like giving head than receiving, you know? After the hentai reviews grew stale, that wasn't the only thing that grew stale. I need to not do that every time I have a gag. After the hentai reviews grew stale for Max, he would transition into game reviews, in which he reviewed games like Dead Space and Elder Scrolls. But this unfortunately did not fulfill Max, and as he saw the rising increase of content that had a darker subject matter from creators like Nexpo, Lemino, Ahoy, and Mudahar, he became inspired and made a switch to more of a horror atmosphere. He would then upload a spooky video on the viral indie game Kanye Quest, which would blow up in the algorithm. Speaking of ads, by the way, I'm actually currently not making money from ad rev on YouTube because there's some weird shenanigans that are happening with the company, the MCN that I'm with. I have a second channel where I stream, and you can become a channel member, and it's all very pog. So here's a new model. Please don't draw too much Rule 34 of this design. I understand he's very attractive. So let's get to the pedo hunting.
Diesel. Did you really have to put that in there about your VTuber model? Sir. Diesel's a hoe. Okay? And I know this for a fact. We're friends. I am friends with Diesel. Alright? I got the lowdown on him. Just saying. And Mater, you were correct. I saw you. He probably would have put that in there by himself.
Shall we? On March 27th, 2020, MamaMax would upload another spooky video, which was called Cartoon Incorporated. The video surrounded theories that Elsagate was still alive and well, and how pedophiles were using children's cartoon channel to take advantage of minors. The video would include a segment where Max would actively hunt and bait an alleged pedo in a voice call, and once he did that, there was really no looking back. He was hooked. Max had so much fun in his quest to capture pedos that he became addicted to it and wanted to do it again.
Didn't really expect to do like pedo hunting stuff until I just tried it, and it was so much fun that I just wanted to,
yeah,
to like, do it
Coco,
again.
we saw it.
And then it's gotten to the point now where it's like, now I feel like I have a duty to, like, you know, do what I do for children, because I think that is what we should be prioritizing as a species, is like our children. So I think...
Okay, I want to make something very clear. I don't think there's anything wrong with trying to get justice for children. Obviously, if you've been with my channel long enough to know, when it comes to kids getting hurt, I even get violent in front of, well, not last year I wasn't in front of the camera, but you would hear me hitting my desk and screaming over a kid getting hurt. All right, I understand that. Okay. There's obviously no problem with that. It's just, you got to go about it the right way. And you can't just go around and call anyone who is against you a P word. You can't do that, because that word is supposed to have strength behind it. A strength in a way to where it strengthens that they're a bad person. You know what I mean? That word is supposed to mean something. And if you just throw it out to people all willy-nilly, then that word starts to lose its meaning, when that is one of the few words on this earth that doesn't need to lose its meaning, because that word hurts kids. You know what I mean? Yeah, kids are a protected class, 1000%. And if you've been with my channel long enough, you know how I feel about kids getting hurt. If you watched any of my Colleen Ballinger videos when we were talking about Adam McIntyre, I would get angry. I don't play when it comes to kids. I don't. You know, but you got to go about it the right way. You know, and the doxing and just calling anybody and everybody who goes against you the P word, that's not the way to do it. That's not the way to do it. So
that is basically the evolution of my channel so far.
Like how Max was inspired by creators like Nexpo, he would find inspiration with the pedo hunters on YouTube, like the channel Anxiety War, and he would take his content to the next level. No longer would it be creepy anecdotal stories that may or may not be true. Max had evolved into a pedophile hunter with a filmmaking aesthetic, juxtaposed with Hotline Miami scenery. So now Max would begin to develop a team in which the main goal was to expose pedophiles within the virtual circles that infested the internet. While doing this, he would create the content in the same vein as an artistic horror movie, using filmmaking tactics to convey a more inventive approach within the YouTube spectrum. His videos were incredibly watchable, and they involved a source of content that brought in a lot of views. The formula of a dark subject matter mixed with the righteous pathway into giving a viewer a feeling of doing something good by watching the video basically beat out the algorithm, as the video on Cartoon Incorporated would attain millions of views. And from Max's perspective, he had found his passion. This was who Max would become. On June 19th, 2020, Max would upload a video where he infiltrated a chatting website for minors called kidschat.net, which felt like an old school open chat room that was advertised towards children, which unfortunately, of course, meant it was also like shooting fish in a barrel when it came to finding a pedo. Max would show the face of an alleged deviant he had been chatting with, unveiling the person's photo to an audience of millions. And also in the video, Max was having trouble getting the details from another alleged pedo. So apparently he traveled to the deep web to hire a hacker. But the craziest thing that happened in this video, and I gotta be honest, it's kind of unbelievable, is that the alleged pedo in the chat room had apparently hacked MamaMax's email and uploaded audio of a woman screaming to it.
Never added me on Skype or Discord. I guess he's too smart for that. He did, however, find my catfish email that's attached to those accounts. Now, I have no idea how he did this. The only places I've used this email address were on Discord, Skype, and Children's Chat. And as far as I'm concerned, they don't publicly share that information. Unless there was a security breach or I forgot to privatize that info. I haven't the slightest clue how he was able to find it. But here he is. All he sent was an MP3 file. Labeled.
As his uploads continue to increase,
okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think that's when his bullshit started, and that was the point of showing that video. That's when it started going downhill, and nobody knew. Nobody knew it. That's when it started going downhill. You know? Listen, just be on the up and up. You know what I mean?
And views, Max would cultivate a very dedicated audience that would do anything for him. And as a YouTube ad revenue had always been lackluster for MamaMax, the enormous source of income primarily came from his Patreon. This allowed Max to facilitate a budget for his monumental and debt-inducing videos. However, YouTube still had a stranglehold on Max due to the subject matter of the videos.
The best way you can help, honestly, is through Patreon. That's the best way you can help. Like that is the lifeblood of the channel. Like that is where I get all my money. None of my videos until Prey made ad revenue. Like none of my more recent content made any ad revenue.
Coco, I don't know. We'll find out when Muda's video drops. It's supposed to be dropping tomorrow. We don't care what Tipster has to say. No need to even bring it up. We don't care what Tipster has to say. Tipster well, no, you'll see. It's in this video. What are you talking about? We'll get to Tipster in a minute. It's in the video. Gaming Witch, I'm glad you're safe.
At least not to where it makes it different. Like I get a video that makes 2 million views gets me a check for like $20. So that should tell you something about how much Patreon is important to the channel.
It wouldn't be long before Max felt like he was pushed into a corner by YouTube, and he would use his own clout to strike back at the platform. On September 26, 2020, MamaMax would make a video basically lambasting YouTube for taking down one of his videos for harassment and bullying. The original video with MamaMax attempted to expose a mobile app called MyLol, which apparently was being hijacked by potential pedophiles due to the app being advertised as a dating app for minors, which would make them vulnerable to deviant predators. In the video, Max would dox multiple potential pedophiles, including showing an actual phone number. This is from the uncensored version. He would also show imagery of him having a gun put into his mouth. Quite a few things that might not have been considered TOS friendly from YouTube's perspective. YouTube is a frustrating process. A lot of times, content creators will upload a video, follow community guidelines to a T, and for some reason, the automated system will still be alerted, and through no fault of the uploader, YouTube will take down the video and initiate community guideline violations. We've seen this time and time again, and YouTubers are forced to deal with automated replies to try and get this fixed. And
YouTube is a funny thing, and how long Max has been doing YouTube, he should know what he can and can't do by now, I would think. I mean, I know that he has a certain aesthetic with his videos and stuff, but still, there are certain things you can and cannot show. There's certain things we can and cannot see. There's a reason why. Have y'all ever noticed when I have a video, you don't hear me cuss? Or you might have me, you hear me do the really soft swear words, but you don't hear me say the F word like I say it in a live stream? It's because I'll get a yellow $sign if I do that. They will demonetize the video if I say the F word too much. It's crazy. It's amazing what you have to do with a video. That's just doing the simple videos I do, you know?
a lot of the times it goes nowhere. So one can relate to Max's frustrations during this situation, and at the time a lot of creators did as well. However, this would be the first instance of MamaMax taking a very sensationalized approach in attacking YouTube, using his content as a sort of advantage. In his content, Max hunts pedophiles. Therefore, from Max's perspective, if YouTube takes his content down, they're actually aiding pedos from being stopped by Max himself. With hindsight, I definitely think this is an unfair approach, because although Max may think his content is special, the balance of YouTube should allow all content to be treated the same, and therefore when the platform takes down a video, it's not actually an attack, it's simply either an oversight or the YouTuber in question actually broke the TOS. To paint
That's why there's a TOS, is to keep it an even playing field. Now, do some people slip by the even playing field? Absolutely, they do. And do some people, for some reason, get taken down for literally no reason at all? Absolutely. There are mess-ups. There are 100% mess-ups. But still, there is kind of an even playing field, you know?
YouTube as a platform that's helping pedos to avoid capture is just absolutely fucking preposterous. So I don't know why MamaMax would think he's so special here. We all know this now, but at the time, Max was able to really crank up the narrative, and content creators ran with it. In his video, Max would ask his audience to basically pester any creator with any sort of clout to get in touch with YouTube and use the hashtag AnswerUsPedoTube.
Yep.
More than happy to accept it.
That was the first hashtag. AnswerUsPedoTube. That was the first hashtag.
This was another silly mistake by Team YouTube. I have already tried reaching out to you on my own, and you ignored me. So you brought this upon yourself. To my lovely audience, you are the only ones who can help me get an answer from them. It's all up to you now. The fans.
And oh boy, after this, Max unleashed his audience onto YouTube with the goal of getting his video reinstated. Many saw this as an act of goodwill. Max was doing the platform a favor by hunting disgusting and hideous cretins who invaded this space. Getting these people away from these platforms and making the youth aware of them was applauded practice by the community. Only some really criticized Max, and mainly they were critical of how he went about it. You see, there's going to be a pattern here with MamaMax. It's going to be about how his process in executing these things comes with exaggerated tactic. One YouTuber who would place some pushback against MamaMax was, yet again, another commentary mainstay, Tommy C, who reacted to MamaMax's Answer Us PedoTube and had some respectful criticisms against it.
Let's go! Tommy C. Tommy W's in the chat, please. Tommy W's in the chat. Tommy W's or hashtag Tommy was right. Because he called it from the very beginning. Absolutely. Absolutely.
a content creator. The main point Tommy, along with his co-host at the time, Nicholas Diorio, alluded to was that YouTube was in no way, shape, or form purposefully trying to protect pedophiles here, and that more likely the reasoning Max's video was taken down was because of the verbiage and the imagery shown in the video that may have tripped the algorithm, which caused an automated community guidelines violation.
When you're talking about pedophile rings and all this shit, you have to use words like CP, child pornography. You have to use words like sexual assault, sexual violence. I was 15. All of these things
might
also
trip
out of
the
context.
algorithm.
It might when you're using bots, when you're using the algorithm, I mean, you're asking them to do like context. So this is kind of difficult already, right?
Yeah.
And now you're adding in the elements of horror, lynching babies, like blood-covered fucking jump scares.
Yeah.
All of these other things. I was 3 years old. The algorithm.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And he sounds like the Mandarin.
It's really easy for this to be accidentally fun, and it sounds like the Mandarin. So
he does. He sounds like the Mandarin.
6 years old.
Tommy also respectfully pointed out in that doing something like this and creating a ruckus on social media could lead to an overcorrection, similar to what happened with the Matt What It Is guy from the hashtag #WakeUpYouTube, which eventually led to a lot of channels getting wrongfully demonetized along with the second adpocalypse. Sometimes it's not a good idea to play games like this, and
they always overcorrect. Let me tell you something. Oh, God. It was one of the adpocalypse, but it was the one... Okay, James Charles. All right? A lot of drama tubers, aka T channels, were covering James Charles. All right, accusations were coming out on James Charles, you know, etc., etc. He had the conversation with Mama Wajicki, and before you know it, that's when, and it was because of James Charles. I know, I was there. They came out with the rule, and the old drama channels, oh my God, the drama channels were scared to death. But they said they would be grandfathered in, but a lot of them still ran around and deleted a lot of their videos, that you can't do too many videos about one person in a row, all right? Later on, the commentary community found out about that through Tipster with that one chick. But yeah, they came up with a rule, and it was because of James Charles. Because everybody was all the drama channels were covering James Charles like crazy. That's how they overcorrected that. And a lot of people were in danger until they grandfathered them in because it was the older videos. Yeah, Susie Lou. Yeah. So, but that had actually happened like months and months earlier, but the drama tubers knew about it because it was really aimed at them.
Try and wake the beast. You might not like the answer you get. Now, at this point, Tommy was respectful. Things would change in December of 2021. As for this situation, MamaMax would claim that the video was a success because it opened a dialogue with YouTube and got him an answer as to why the video was taken down, which was apparently due to him showing a phone number. Gee, what a shocker. Moist Critical would also mention Max to the CEO of YouTube at the time in a conversation in which Susan agreed that they would implement ways that YouTube could warn the creator that something had
Now notice, Charlie helped him out. Moist Critical, Charlie helped him out. That's why it was such a slap in the face to everybody that he called out Charlie like he did clickbait to call out Charlie this last time. It was like, bro, Charlie's been there for you a lot and you did that? Like, what?
violated the community guidelines before actually taking down the video and giving the channel a strike.
This also comes into play with MamaMax's video. If you remember that controversy that happened where MamaMax had this huge video that got taken down, and it was taken down, if I remember correctly, because he showed a phone number for like 3 seconds on screen. Well, instead of taking that whole video down, why not just let MamaMax know, take this out and the video stays up? I'm sure he would have obliged using YouTube's editing tools. So I wanted to make sure that they heard that suggestion, and Susan in particular really liked the idea and really wanted to press that on the policy team, and the policy had also liked the idea and wanted to explore ways of slowly implementing this policy over time too. So it just really felt like everyone there was actually receptive to feedback. Susan was pressing questions to the policy team guy about, well, why aren't we doing this? Can we do this? Using our feedback.
Max would eventually re-upload the video with a few edits, and everything seemed copacetic. But there would be another hashtag. You see, after the success of MamaMax's upload titled Puppy Stomp, which centered around a villainous miscreant who exploited animal abuse for profit, on November 26, 2021, MamaMax would upload another video. This time, Max was taking on IMVU, which is basically a virtual world where people can interact with each other through avatars on the internet. Max investigated the platform and found that there were some that used the website to allegedly act with abhorrent intentions. In fact, Max Max was actually able to get an alleged pedophile's face by literally sending him a picture of his own ass in tight leggings.
Jesus
Something
Christ.
interesting that Max actually did in a later video was he got this man's location by having his team create a fake article on him proclaiming that he was a pedophile. But in reality, it was an IP grabber, and when this alleged pedophile clicked the link, the team had his location. Now that, my friends, is very fucking scary. But nonetheless, just like Max's prior videos on MyLol, the IMVU video was taken down by YouTube. And this sent Max into a frenzy as he again uploaded another video criticizing YouTube for their actions. But if the previous video...
And guess what happened next? Hashtag pick a side. Hashtag pick a side YouTube.
Video attacking YouTube was over the top. This one was just completely out to lunch. Okay, so get this. Basically, Max showed a virtual bare ass on the video, and that was flagged for violating YouTube's policy on nudity or sexual content. So instead of Max just simply maybe re-editing the video and re-releasing it, Max decided to upload a video pointing the finger at YouTube again, and inventing this narrative that YouTube is protecting pedophiles again.
You endlessly punish those of us who create content in response to injustice, speaking up for victims like children and pursuing the perpetrators like...
Fun fact. One of my original co-hosts on the broadcast, Mystic, she was in that video. She was in Pick a Side YouTube. She had a part in it.
Pedophiles. It is volatile, intense, disturbing, upsetting, raw, and real. Because that is the subject matter it is covering, and that is the way it should be covered.
Max also collaborated with a variety of YouTubers in which each one aired out their grievances with the platform. So in a way, Max camouflaged his aggressive video against YouTube as more as a diversification of healthy critiques. But that all goes away when it gets to Max's part, in which he goes like batshit insane. So, for example, he calls out Susan Wojcicki and tells her to do something for once or step the fuck down, which she eventually would do. Max had no role in that, by the way. It happened. Philip DeFranco proclaiming that good old sexy Phil had purposefully ignored Max because he was dealing with another drama. He also...
I mean, wouldn't you? I'm just saying. Like, bro, you just did this the year before. Why are you doing this again? Because you fucked up. Just saying.
hinted that Phil wouldn't cover Max because he wasn't a big creator. He also called out Ethan Klein, who Max asked very politely due to Max hearing that Ethan had actually helped Max out prior. He also called out Keemstar/Scarce, who Max has nothing but love for because Keem and Scarce helped him out last time. Notice a pattern? Everybody who's helped him prior gets a warm greeting.
Yep.
The ones who didn't, well, Max gets very aggressive towards. What else? He also called out Moist Critical, who claims that Charlie's past video talking to the CEO of YouTube aged like milk. I don't know how it's Charlie's fault that things change with time, but they did. Oh, Max also called out Chris Hansen. You know, the Catch a Predator Chris Hansen.
That worked out well. Yeah, Chris Hansen. What's Chris Hansen doing now? Just saying.
Why? I don't know. Apparently Max believed Hansen had fucked up before, and thus he must make things right by using his connections to get in touch with YouTube for MamaMax. He calls out Shane Dawson, basically giving Shane a chance at redemption given that Shane had been canceled the year prior, as if he were to step up and report on MamaMax losing his video, all would be forgiven, which I don't think would really help Shane at all, and as time has gone on, not great. There was also a call out.
The whole Shane Dawson thing, he ended up saying on, Half Baked podcast that he only said Shane Dawson's name just to get it out there. To him, Shane Dawson wasn't redeemable at all. But he only said, in other words, he didn't really want the help. He only used the name to get it out there. And basically what it really boils down to, he only used his name because he wanted his video back up. It was about the video. That's all it was about.
Out to Corpse Husband, which is a bit of a doozy, so stick with me here. Max and Corpse Husband do not like each other, and Max uses this part of the video to address some petty beef between the two because Corpse threw Max under the bus when Corpse said the dreaded R slur while reading a script from MamaMax on his channel for one of the Life Sucks videos. Max declared that Corpse owed him a favor, and he wanted Corpse to pay his debt by talking about YouTube taking down Max's video.
Corpse, I know you have nothing to do with this, but with all of your power, influence, and the favor you owe me, I just couldn't help myself. So, Remember when you reached out after years of not speaking to me while I was at the hospital tending to my sick girlfriend, and you kept trying to rush me home to do you a huge favor, and then you threw me under the bus for something you did, and at the same time acted like you were taking full responsibility for it. But I let you do it because
I'm sorry, but does he not sound like a girlfriend that got jilted? I remember when I was watching this video, and that's exactly what the hell I thought. You sound like a girlfriend that was jilted. Yeah, the sick girlfriend would eventually come out against him. True. And you know what? I don't blame her. I would be pissed if he put that damn picture of me up there and I'm sick in the hospital with a bandage on my head and shit coming out of my nose and stuff. No! What the hell did you put that picture out on me for? Hell no. I don't blame her. Shit. I don't blame her at all.
because I thought you were going to be my friend like you used to be, and then you stopped talking to me immediately.
Wait, Stan, I believe you said that the time it happened. I probably did. Do you know that video got age restricted? My very first MamaMax live stream got age restricted. I was angry when I found that out.
Immediately after you were done using me.
Oh, Max also takes another slight shot at Tommy C by clipping Tommy reacting to his previous video, and then goes on an unhinged rant about how he wants his audience to overwhelm social media with pleas for YouTube to bow down to the ever so powerful MamaMax, and if they don't, then they must back a pedophile.
Gonna have to upset all of my fellow creators and make a goddamn disaster out of you, YouTube, because you never do anything until we start squeezing your balls. And this is the part where you come in. Children, the links are in the description. I kindly ask you to come with me to make a fucking mess for the second time. I want you to pace this bitch until the world is nauseous from looking at it. I want you to drown out every trending topic so that even something like Spider-Man looks like a microscopic speck of dust compared to us. And tonight, YouTube will choose. Let die the pedophiles they love, or suffer the little children. And by the end of the night, I want Twitter to be a shitstorm.
This time,
Okay, let's talk about something real quick. Guess what you're not supposed to do as a YouTuber? You're not supposed to activate and point your audience in a certain direction, in the sense of harassing, getting on people, etc., etc. If you were a content creator during that pick a side YouTube time, I got so sick of that hashtag, and people were going, oh, you're a content creator, you should be talking about this. Who do you choose, pedos or children? Literally. Yeah, incitement. Yes. Yes, you are not supposed to do that. You are not supposed to do that. And you can't tell me that segment was not trying to incite people. Come on now. I don't understand why he lets his panties get in such a wad. Girl, I don't know either.
Max had a new hashtag, of course, hashtag #PickASideYouTube, another formulaic, sensationalized attack on a platform that can be interpreted as being completely selfish. Basically, it polarizes Max's movement with an either you're with us or you're against us narrative, with the caveat that if you're against, well, then you're backing pedophiles, and ergo, maybe you are one. Again, like the last time, the narrative was on Max's side. However, it wasn't as powerful of an approach as last time. The poorly manufactured structure of his execution definitely changed a few opinions, as now there were detractors who criticized Max. There was also a narrative that Max had misled some of the YouTubers who were reaching out to them to collaborate on a video. Some did not know this would turn into a YouTube protects pedophile video. One of the few detractors that stood out was, no fucking way, Vito.
Yes.
Okay, so here's some of the detractors that stood out. Vito Giswaldi, Lurix, Tipster, and Tommy C. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, so Vito is an edgy comedic YouTuber known for his YouTube channel of the same name, as well as being a co-host on the podcast The Biggest Problem in the Universe with Dick Masterson. And they would reply to MamaMax's tweet asking YouTube to pick a side, children or pedophiles, with a tweet saying, I pick pedophiles. Now it's...
He did, too. He did. He went right under there and said that. And oh my God. This right here. Now, granted, back in 2020 is when MamaMax started doing the fuck shit, right? But Vito, this is where I honestly believe it was the minuscule point in which it actually started. Was Vito going under that tweet and saying that. Because it was Tommy's reaction and Vito going up on Tommy's channel that Max went on and did what he did, and we are here today. Because Max took that shit way too far.
It's obvious from Vito's response that this was not serious. Nonetheless,
True,
the tweet
Loki.
was meant to create a mockery of MamaMax's narrative. Lyrics was an up-and-coming commentary YouTuber who took umbrage with MamaMax's execution, calling it out YouTube, and made 2 videos being heavily critical of him. However, Lyrics would eventually disappear from the internet and take down most of his videos, only to reemerge again in 2023. Okay, so Tipster is another veteran of the commentary community. Tipster would be very critical of MamaMax's approach and would attempt to get Max on for an interview, but unfortunately, he would implode when going back and forth with Max on Twitter, resulting in Tipster deactivating and taking a massive L. He would later apologize to MamaMax for some reason, probably because Tipster's fat ass has...
Oh, wait. Well, we're going to hear that one. Hold on.
Resulting in Tipster deactivating and taking a massive L. He would later apologize to MamaMax for some reason, probably because Tipster's fat ass has no spine. Tommy C would eventually become...
Yeah, Mr. Yeah, the only people calling him out was me and Tommy C. I don't remember Tommy apologizing and folding and leaving Twitter. You stood up, you were in battle, you stood up, and you were literally that one soldier that you always see in a battle that says, fuck this shit, I'm out, and you run off the battlefield. That's what you did, Tipster. You ran. Tommy stood 10 toes fighting it this whole time. Getting berated this whole time. People looking at him like he was overreacting this whole time. Where were you? How dare you put that tweet out that you put out? Bro, come on now. You started off strong, but you still left. Come on.
The Bowser to MamaMax's Mario, and apparently from what Max would dictate, him being able to stop pedos on YouTube was his Princess Peach. But how did Tommy C become MamaMax's main antagonist? It all starts with a live stream. Now, as you saw before on Tommy's first live stream, Tommy was very charitable to Max. He stated he liked the filmmaking aspect of his channel, but did not agree with the execution of going after YouTube, because it was a slippery slope. Now, here, Tommy is seeing it happen again in real time, and I think this was a case of fool me once, shame on you. And Tommy was not going to get fooled the second time. He saw right through MamaMax's boastful and cerebral plot armor and knew that it was nothing but a facade. Therefore, Tommy called bullshit on the whole thing for the whole world to see, or for at very least the few 500 concurrent viewers that were watching in that very moment. For context, December 28th, 2021, Tommy C was doing a live reaction to MamaMax's Pick a Side video. Tommy had not yet watched the video because he wanted to save his reaction for the moment, but he was already critical on Max's approach due to the pick-a-side narrative. Within 5 minutes of the stream going live, Max attempts to join to talk to Tommy, but Tommy refuses. He was not going to talk to Max without seeing the video first. Tommy would go on to hammer Max's video. Vito would also join Tommy in criticizing Max's ridiculous execution, harping on how absurd the YouTube protects pedophile narrative actually is. Tommy also points out that Max calling out people like Charlie, Susan, and Phil in an attempt to scare them is just that, a scare tactic. The best part, though, is when Tommy finds out that he's featured in this video, only to go on one of the most underrated rants in streaming history.
It is this clip, okay? Oh my God! If you have if you watch me, you should have seen this clip because I went over this clip. Not the last MamaMax one, but the MamaMax one before that. This is my favorite clip of Tommy of all time. I love Tommy in this clip. This is the Tommy I love to watch. I love it.
I get in here. Unfucking believable. You know what? You know what that tells me? He didn't send me the fucking DM because he knew I would fucking see right through it. He knew I would see through it. He knew I would expose him, and he figured putting me at the end, this is a threat. This is a fucking threat. Hey, jerk off. Go fuck yourself.
Yes.
You're a fucking liar. You're a piece of shit. You're not a journalist. You don't give it. You're a clout chasing just another YouTuber. You're no different than anybody else. You don't give a rat's ass, and you can suck
my dick. I love
there you
it.
Go. I couldn't count on Tommy C keeping his mouth shut. You're damn fucking right. That's the only goddamn thing you did right, you cocksucker. There you go.
He was trying to strong arm you into not making
fuck you! Fuck you! How about this? How about this? How about look at the camera? You know what? You look like a creepy pedophile. I don't know that for a fact, but it looks like you with the blood in your mouth and the fucking deep voice. Maybe you touched a kid or two. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just saying, you cocksucker. You did that shit to me. I'll do it to fucking you jerk off. That's what it is, wannabe piece of shit. You don't give a shit about kids.
Yes!
You have to. Is anybody fucking you to make one? I bet they can't. Who can fucking deal with this shit? You phony, you fraud, you fake! Suck a
Did you pick
dick!
a side, though? You gotta pick a side.
Pick a side! How about this? The side of my nuts! Get down on your hands and knees and lick my fucking hairy Irish balls!
So after this whole narrative...
That clip is amazing. Yes, that was some major big dick energy. It really was. I love Tommy fired up. That is amazing. God, I love seeing Tommy fired up like that. You just see that passion. That passion just oozes from whatever device you're watching it from. I love it. Oh, God. You know what, Wandering? You're absolutely correct. Tommy is the old bastard that sounds crazy, but you know he's spitting facts. 100%. 100% yes. Oh, God. Yeah, I agree, Stan Marsh. I agree.
Breaks, MamaMax will continue to go on a publicity tour on different podcasts, addressing the criticisms and pretty much conceding to the fact that he was being incredibly hyperbolic with his narrative so he could get YouTube's attention.
And as far as I'm able to tell, that those exist to like get the video viral, right?
For the most part, I'd say so.
Do you it's weird. So if your goal is to make like a message.
Okay, real quick before we finish this clip. You know what? Honestly, people should go back and watch that episode just when you have time, because I know it's like everybody's dropping videos this week. You're not going to have time this week. Just whenever you remember, go back and watch this episode knowing what you know now. And because to me, I'm going to be honest, during this episode, he sounded so disingenuous. He actually proved himself. I showed it in one of the live streams I did on him. He showed himself to be disingenuous. But he really sounds disingenuous now going back and listening to it. So it's a good listen. I do encourage people to go back and listen to that episode. When you have time, of course. Like I said, everybody and their mom is dropping a video this week. Nobody's going to have time, but when you get a chance.
That can reflect back and like actually produce real change on YouTube. Why would you go with such like an inflammatory hashtag? I don't know, for people who haven't seen it, which is like next to nobody. It's pick a side YouTube. Children are pedophiles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't think my video is going to fucking do anything. I want the people I call out in the video to do something because they're the ones YouTube is going to listen to. They ain't going to listen to fucking me.
So you think your video is like the first in a domino effect?
I was thinking that exact thing. Yes. It was like a domino effect. I'm just trying to get the ball rolling, and I feel like no one's going to fucking care unless I make it this bombastic, stupid-ass thing. So...
Wait, okay. I wasn't expecting...
So he was throwing a tantrum on purpose. It's Half-Baked is the channel. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Tiller. I appreciate it.
That answer.
In fact, he would specifically use the word bombastic. Max proclaimed that this video was made to fuel the fire and was a polarizing attempt to create as much attention as possible. Max also revealed he was conditioned to do stuff like this because YouTube doesn't care unless someone makes that much of an uproar. It should also be noted that the people Max listed that he wished would talk about it did actually speak out. For a second time, Moist Critical would talk about MamaMax as he would upload a video expressing his disdain for pedophiles while speaking out about how Max is getting the short end of the stick from YouTube. However, Charlie would convey that he was completely against Max's approach and believed that the execution allowed Max's actual message to be distorted. Max apparently would get in contact with YouTube and would receive a YouTube partner manager. He would also re-upload a second version of his video that would just be a re-edit like before, and he'd go back to making content. But you see, Max was not finished with Tommy C or any of his other detractors. He had something planned, but before he could accomplish this, he was hit with a massive roadblock, because Max was about to have a very busy 2022, as his past was about to unravel. And let's just say, the hunter was about to become the hunted. Okay, before we get on to the MamaMax allegations, let's talk about who's helped with this video. One, my writer, Matt Pitt, thank you for all the work you've done.
Oh my God, Matt Pitt W. Matt Pitt got featured in the damn video. Matt Pitt thinks he's hot shit right now because this video is so good. Matt Pitt W. Ooh. Do you know how... I want to... Okay, listen, I want to tell y'all my pain and suffering right now, okay? All right? Do you know how it hurts my soul to give this man a W? And here he comes with the smiley faces. Do you know how it hurts my soul to give Matt Pitt a W? Okay? And have to sit here and look at the Matt Pitt W's in the chat? And my husband is laughing at it because he even knows how it's killing me to give Matthew Pitterson a W. Just saying. I don't know. He just, you know what made it? I don't know when he started writing. He just woke up one day and say, hey, I'm going to write a script about MamaMax. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. He just woke up one day and poof, I'm going to write a script. Henrietta, Xylie, he's missing a leg. Let him have this. Listen, my husband actually enjoys some of this shit Matt gives me, honestly. He thinks it's funny when I go and tell him. He giggles at it. It's not funny. I literally it's horrible. They pick on me.
Let's see. There's also the Unseen, who did a lot of the research help with Matt. Not to mention Nicholas Diorio and Mudahar, some ordinary gamers who have been primary liaisons in this whole story and all of that. And there's so much to it. And I'll just keep going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. What's a YouTube drama without allegations? Am I right, guys? So remember when I had talked about the women, right? And Max's Life Sucks series? Well, these would all come back into the fold. And here we are. Throughout the span of a few years, while MamaMax gained the reputation as being this prolific and artistic pedophile hunter and gathering acclaim throughout social media, he would begin to procure some pushback from people in his personal life after becoming a success behind the scenes. These people were like the ghosts of his past, coming back to haunt him in the shape of his ex-girlfriends. All relationships gone wrong that included a hefty amount of accusations against them. These girls had apparently found each other as they would make their stories public and would begin to network with one another to reveal their stories. The more time that went by, the more women would come forward. Max apparently knew about the collection of his ex-girlfriend and had been very weary of them, mentioning them publicly from time to time, conveying he was being cyberstalked and slandered.
Not since I started doing pedo hunting, except for one, and it was about cyberstalkers. It was about the people, about some of my exes, and then among other people like who were stalking me and trying to like make a coup to like cancel me. And so it was.
Okay, wait a minute. Did you notice the word coup? Right? They made a coup. Well, in order to have a coup, somebody has to be in charge. A king, a government, an emperor. Somebody has to be in charge for a coup to happen. They were your exes. That's not a coup. Stop making yourself out to be some kind of god or leader, like a cult leader. Is that what it was? Was it a coup to a cult leader? I'm just saying, I just thought it was a weird word for him to use. Just throwing it out there.
There's gonna be a video all about that. But I asked everyone, like I took a poll in my community post. I think I've posted this before. Like, should I make a video on this? And everyone said yes, like overwhelmingly. But at the end of the day, I was like, maybe it's a better idea if I just let them do what they want and just deal with it if it ever comes to light. So that way I'm not being the bad guy by like starting shit with them, and they can say what they want and I will respond to it. And I think it'd be better that way. That way I can tell the full story. Because I have receipts, I have pictures, I have everything.
So this was...
Wait a minute. Was that his Discord? Look at the Discord name here. Hold on. I'm gonna make this bigger for y'all to see. Just look at the name of that Discord. Mama's Womb. I didn't notice that before. Was that his Discord? Mama's Womb? Remember his Patreon name? Zygote Embryo? Bro! That's got... Bro, I just noticed that. Oh my God. Yeah, it corresponds with the Patreon name. Okay, hold on. Let me fix this. Give me a second. Sorry, I just noticed it and I wanted y'all to see it. My bad. Oh, wait. Damn. Hold on. My bad, y'all. I had a squirrel moment. Yeah, that worked right there. Okay, let's continue. Sorry, class. Had a squirrel moment.
Can tell the full story. Because I have receipts, I have pictures, I have everything.
So this wasn't something that came out of nowhere for him. He knew it was coming and was more than prepared to defend himself. Now, I'm not going to go super in-depth with the accusations, but I will simplify everything for each girl that has publicly come forward. Paulina...
Leo, I've seen it all. I've seen it all.
Was one of MamaMax's more recent girlfriends within that time period. In fact, she worked with him behind the scenes on his videos, using her voice to bait pedos into conversations as she pretended to be a minor. You can even hear her voice on a few of Max's uploads. She would call out MamaMax on her Instagram stories, stating that he did not care about her safety and would ridicule her behind her back with other friends. She also stated that Max was too distracted with his videos to show her any attention, even when she begged. And Paulina would also allege that Max gave out all of her information to his new girlfriend, who was reportedly a vicious person that had a history of harassing people. Lucy is a Tasmanian and began dating Max in 2016, the relationship lasting until 2018. She would state that she had begun dating Max when she was only 17 years old, and also claimed that Max had lied about his age to make it seem like he was younger, claiming that he was an 18-year-old when he was actually 20. Lucy would reveal...
Okay, that was one part of the story I never understood, why he lied about his age.
That allegedly nudes were exchanged between the two while Lucy was still a minor, and she would also go on to accuse Max of sexual assault during an incident in 2017 in which the 19-year-old Lucy had flown to Texas to visit him. MamaMax admittedly made a video on her back in the day called Life Sucks, Depression, to which he would later claim that this activated her and she had begun hurling accusations towards him ever since. Olivia would continuously go public about her accusations on TikTok. She claimed that Max was extremely abusive towards her, flinging objects at her while in an argument, guilt-tripping her into sex, and she also stated that Max was emotionally manipulative, proclaiming that he had said she killed his unborn children after Max claimed she cheated on him because they would talk about having children in the past, and her cheating meant that they would no longer have children together, therefore the non-existent children were murdered. The most egregious accusation, however, is that at one point Max allegedly had his way with her while she slept. It is to note that Olivia would later say she did give permission for Max to do this, but would later take it back and say she wasn't into it, in which Max would not take her seriously when she took it back. On April 14th, 2022, some of the accusations would come to light on social media when Twitter user @Volpereza would also claim to be a close friend to Paulina and would make a Twitter thread broadcasting Paulina's accusations to the world. Soon, other accusers would join in on Twitter. Some of the smaller commentary channels would report on accusations such as these, as this all mainly orbited the smaller community.
I will say that's the one I didn't cover. I didn't cover the accusations with the women. I didn't cover that, but I didn't cover it because at the time, that's when Max and I had our call. And I think Edwin was starting to cover it on live streams or whatever. And that's when Max and I had our call. And I don't know. I had to leave the situation. You know what I'm saying? It was better for me. God, to think about it, I kind of wish I would have had that foresight for another situation to come up. That has nothing to do with MamaMax, but still. But it was just, it didn't feel right for me to cover it. So I didn't. So...
community, and it didn't really get picked up by bigger channels. Eventually, a small YouTuber would step in to defend MamaMax. The smaller YouTuber in this context would be Craig Beckett.
Absolutely no one should have picked up this story as is and even humoured the idea that this could have possibly even been remotely...
This motherfucker. Oh my God. Oh my God. Not Craig Beckett. God, Craig Beckett, no.
legitimate. But they did. MamaMax exposed. Huge allegations surface. I try and limit...
Hey, that was Badwick! I just realized that was Badwick! Wait a minute!
Humoured the idea that this could have possibly even been remotely legitimate. But they did. MamaMax exposed. Huge allegations.
Hey! Badwick made it in the video! Ha ha! Good job, Bad. I didn't realize that was Badwick until right now.
Surface. I try and limit the amount of punching down I do because, yes, we all end up taking on stupid topics on our way up, and I'm sure I'm going to have more than a few myself in the future.
Craig Beckett was an up-and-coming British commentary channel who latched onto the MamaMax story when the accusations began to unfold. He had a lot of questions for the...
Okay, I have to say this. I'm contractually... I'm under contract, or I have to say this, especially since Matt Pitt is in the chat. Craig Beckett made great thumbnails. Did I do it right, Matt? Do I get my $50 now? Xylie, why is everything connected? Craig Beckett used to work for Tommy C. Illuminati used to work for Tommy C. Slug worked for Chris Hansen, and now MamaMax. Do you see the pattern, Xylie? Oh my God. Stan, are you uncovering the real cabal? I think you are, Stan. I think you're onto something. Yes, perfect. Okay, thank you, Matt.
Accusers and conveyed trepidation towards their story, as at that point there was basically zero evidence except testimonial screenshots, nothing else. Beckett would produce a video that was over an hour and a half long in April of 2022, going over the accusers' stories as well as the testimonies from MamaMax's side. In the video, Beckett basically attacked the accusers for their lack of evidence, as well as criticized smaller commentary channels for covering the one-sided story without looking into it more. The video included an interview from MamaMax himself, which I believe would be the first time MamaMax would speak publicly out in detail about these allegations. In the interview, he would dissect all of the accusations that were presented to him by Craig Beckett. For Olivia, he would go on to give his side of the story.
Okay. That interview with Craig Beckett, I remember watching that interview. Okay. That interview was not just like an interview. It was very, very one-sided. Very one-sided. I don't know if interview, like he called it, if Craig Beckett called it an interview. To me, it was just like two people chatting with questions. It wasn't like an interview, you know?
As well as unveil an audio recording of Olivia talking freely to Max post-relationship about their past. In this snippet, Olivia seemed comfortable and relaxed and even joked with Max.
She was playing the game.
Correct.
She was playing the game as much as you were at the time.
See?
Correct.
Right, okay. I think that was all of the questions I saw in her accusations against you, unless there were other
Well-
ones that I've missed. Is there something else that she's tried to accuse you of, may I ask?
Well, Craig, let me show you this Google Drive. You're going to notice 3 names. Let me know when you have it open.
I do, yes, I see the names.
Okay, so since we're on Olivia right now, I would like you to open Ollie Wang, and I would like you to listen to the recording. You can play it for your audience if you want.
I broke up with you literally because you were boring, to say the least. we never hung out. We never did anything. We never saw each other. Even though we lived together, we never did anything. I was bored as shit.
Yeah. I guess it was just the wrong time for me.
Or maybe we just were never supposed to be together.
I mean, that too. Why all the weird accusations though? Like
Because I'm so tired of seeing these fucking 13-year-olds making fan edits. My ex-boyfriend who made me go fucking crazy because he was fucking crazy.
So you're being spiteful.
I'm being mad. What if I told the internet you tried to kill me?
Did I try to kill you?
Mm-hmm.
Did I try to kill you?
No.
If it got to the point where people are like, "Can you respond to this, Max?" Then I would be like, "It's not true."
For Lucy, Max claimed that she was 18 when they started talking to each other, and that if she was 17 then, and it was only a 3-year age difference. He also originally lied about his age to avoid being doxxed, and stated that when they began dating, he told her his real age. Max would also be very critical of Paulina's accusations, as he claimed that he had numerous amounts of screenshots that proved the exact opposite, and that Max was very understanding of her, and tried his best to be there for her. He also said he nor his team had ever doxed.
Oh, yeah, because, Moody Morgan has a very good point. Remember, he edited out her real response. The whole phone call gives context. The whole phone call gives context. It's not like how he made it seem.
Doxed her, and that she had doxed herself, and he and his team tried to help her through it. From Max's perspective, the relationship ended when Max would allow Paulina to see his DMs. But when Max asked to see hers, she refused, and he ended it then and there. When Craig's video was uploaded, the accusers took to Twitter to defend themselves. Craig's video was at first considered to be a hit, and it was well received, but Craig would throw this all away when he decided for some reason to pick a fight with the commentary YouTubers Augie RFC and Nicholas Diorio. For some reason, Craig got a little too big for his britches and felt that Nick and Augie should acknowledge him, and went back and forth with them on Twitter, which would transition into a complete disaster as Augie and Nick made a mockery of Craig that was culminated in a spectacular Augie RFC live stream where Augie took the piss out of Craig, made fun of his videos, and basically memed on a small YouTuber.
Oh my God.
Craig, a man who had previously admitted
That was actually a really good episode of After Hours. I have to admit, I remember that episode.
he did not like going on live streams to debate, avoided the confrontation, and Augie and Nick were deemed victorious by the public, especially within the commentary community. Thus, his video at that point seemed to be a failure.
So he tweets at Diorio, right? And he's like, "Dear Oreo." First of all, you know he's a spurg because he says Oreo and then he spells it like the cookie, you know? Like, it's like, and he's also throwing like the passive-aggressive womanly emojis in there, and just, it's just terrible. Anyway, he said, "I would tag you, but you have me blocked. I would tag you, but you have me blocked, Nick."
It's been a day.
Literally. It's been coming up a month since this comment.
It's been a month.
Dude, this guy is such a fucking bitch. He's been thinking about this for a fucking month. But what has he been thinking about? He says,
All right, go ahead and throw it up in the chat. R.I.P. Augie. Although, supposedly he's coming back. R.I.P. Augie. I know y'all miss Augie. I know y'all do. I miss After Hours, too. After Hours was a really good show. He's working, Rod, he's working on some stuff. I don't know what he's working on, but apparently he's working on some stuff. That's what Nick said in one of his live streams. He's doing his thing, working on some stuff. I don't know what he's working on, though.
"I know you looked into it behind the scenes, and my video has been out for over a week. Going to say anything yet?"
Look at this.
Boogie posting his boxing fight. Imagine Boogie commits to this and gets healthier than Diorio. Meanwhile, he's a complete total fat ass. We got a fat person alert. Fat person. You're fucking fat, dude.
You gotta be kidding me, bro. This guy's
Really?
a fucking lol cow.
Why is he
He's a
randomly
fucking
thinking about you,
lol cow.
too? You know what I mean? Like, why is he just randomly like, oh, I wonder if Diorio is gonna get skinny soon. It's like, dude, you're such a fucking spurg. Why are you thinking about this right now?
This would not be the last we would
Virgo.
see of Craig Beckett
That's
either.
funny.
Max would continue to do interviews on other channels. Some of them were obviously biased as they were fans of Max, and their channel was basically a carbon copy of MamaMax's, same editing style, etc. But after things were quiet for a bit, that's when the allegations resurfaced once again. But this time in a MamaMax exposed video. On July 23rd, 2022, a video would be uploaded exposing MamaMax as most of the women from before would appear again to tell their side of the story. story. But there was someone new, an accuser that went even further back than any of the other girlfriends. An accuser that never even dated Max, but actually dated the uploader of the exposed video, Magnetar, aka Anthony. You see, Magnetar, MamaMax, and a new accuser named Haley, they go way back. Back in high school, during Max's senior year, he befriended a young woman named Haley, to which he developed a close bond with. They never dated, and unfortunately for Max, he was deep within the friend zone. But nonetheless, Max would secretly lust for her. Max, in fact, was incredibly attached to Haley. As they graduated together, Max would unveil his secret plan to win over his crush. You see, it wasn't just his videos that were annoyingly pretentious and cringe-inducing, but even at a young age, he did things that were incredibly weird.
I met Max in 2012, 2013 while in high school. We were co-workers at a local movie theater in Xylie, Texas called B&B Theaters. We didn't really speak that much while working there, but he was good friends with most of my coworkers, but he only worked there for a short period of time. We were classmates in a forensic science class our senior year in 2013, 2014.
For example, Max would continuously tell Haley that he wanted to be a firefighter or a fireman. That was his passion. That was what he wanted to do after high school. He was committed to it. But you see, Max had no intentions of putting out fires, unless you're talking about the fires in his real life. The term firefighter or fireman was actually code word for him wanting to be a rapper, because...
I can't. Could you imagine? MamaMax being a rapper? Oh my God. I mean, wait a minute now. Well, it's 2024. Anybody could do it. It's possible. I'm just saying. It's possible. I have never heard of a rapper, like a code word for a rapper being a fireman. What? Mama Fire. Ooh, that could be his rap name. Mama Fire. Oh my God, that's his rap name, Mama Fire. Mr. Girl made the better Max rapping song. Okay, yeah, we oh God, I don't even, God, this hurts. This hurts for me to say that Mr. Girl did something better. Oh God, ugh. Even though it's disgusting, ugh.
He wanted to spit hot flames.
Something that I used to do a lot is
Mama
rap.
Flames.
Oh really?
Oh, no shit.
Oh my God. No shit.
Yes.
Really?
I won't do it now. Maybe like
no, please. You started it.
Maybe next time. But, I prided myself on being a rapper.
Really?
And I felt like I did pretty good.
Yeah. That's
awesome.
Cool.
After graduation during the summer of 2014, Max would give Haley a notebook that he explained was the reasoning behind the firefighter code word. Haley would read what was his notebook, and she was shocked to find writings about her and how much he admired her, while he explained in the writings that he absolutely loathed the boyfriend she was dating at the time. Max would allegedly write about how this boyfriend didn't deserve her.
Okay, honestly, as far as the high school part goes, it honestly sounds like he was a nerd. He was a nerd. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Oh God, it didn't stop with high school. That's the sad part. It didn't stop with high school.
Her. And Max even apparently wrote up a whole plan on how he would extract a boyfriend out of the picture. Haley described Max's writings as thorough and violent, and just the whole thing creeped her out. It was a huge swing and a miss by Mr. Romantic MamaMax. Don't write weird rap diaries to your crush.
True.
About how you want to kill your boyfriend.
It's true.
It just doesn't work. Don't do it. Ladies don't like it when you say you're going to kill their man. Haley would attempt to break away from Max as she began attending the University of North Texas, but Max was unrelenting and continuous as he texted her and tried to stay in touch and wanting to hang out. Haley would try to stay distant from Max, but somehow he found her dorm room and just showed up out of nowhere. MamaMax was no quitter and stayed vigilant, and soon Haley would give in, as after breaking up with her boyfriend, she would respond to one of Max's texts, which allowed them to reconnect. But eventually, she would find another boyfriend, and it wasn't Max. It actually was Anthony, aka Magnetar. Anthony and Haley had known each other for quite some time. In fact, Haley even went to Anthony for advice on Max, to which Anthony had told her to cut off all contact. But Haley felt sorry for Max and didn't want to hurt his feelings. In October of 2014, Haley alleges that Max set up a meeting between Max's sister and her for networking purposes, which Max's sister had a similar job to what Haley was going to university for. However, there's...
And, it's funny, you can tell Max and his sister is really close because she is a reoccurring character in the story of MamaMax. I mean, not to dehumanize her. I'm just saying she's a reoccurring person in the story of MamaMax. You can't talk about the story of MamaMax without talking about his sister. In no particular way, because I don't know his sister, but she's very involved with his work, with his channel, with everything. I don't care about the guy in Fish Tank. I'm gonna be honest with you. Does MamaMax voice? No, no. His voice on his old videos reminds you of this guy's voice, and I don't know, Stan. I don't know. I would have to listen purposely. But yeah, the one thing I just noticed that you really can't tell the story of MamaMax without mentioning his sister. She's very, very involved with him.
This was an apparent ruse. Max's sister was nowhere in sight as they met in a hotel. It was just him and Haley. This is when things get dark, as Haley alleges that Max had booked a room for them, and this freaked Haley out to the point where she basically froze. She claimed that every time she tried to leave the hotel room, he'd basically block the doorway and stop her. Haley also claimed that she was held against her will for hours and wasn't even allowed to leave to get tampons. She would eventually fall asleep, only to wake up to Max massaging her back and his fingers inside her shorts. 10 a.m. the next morning, she would finally leave, claiming she had to get to class. This was a very peculiar predicament. I'll admit the story does seem weird at points, and yet things would get even weirder.
Stan, no, he does not sound like that guy. I know who you're talking about. He does not sound like that guy at all. To me, he does not.
As Max's mental health was obviously not on solid ground, and the foundations were really starting to crack. You see, Max would find out that Anthony and Haley were dating and began to obsessively text Haley. Haley alleges he also tried to show up at work, but eventually Max enlisted into the army and went to basic training in Arizona. Early one morning, while in basic training, Max would text Anthony as well as tag him on Facebook with the words, "Thanks, Anthony," along with a video of Max cutting himself and attempting suicide. Haley and Anthony allegedly had to call the police over this and informed them of the situation, dispatching a wellness check to Max, who would obviously survive the suicide attempt. Both Haley and Magnetar would make reports to the police about MamaMax's harassment towards her, as well as a report on the hotel room incident. Max would continue to try and get in touch with Haley over the next few years. He would also send an apology to Anthony, though apparently he would grow aggravated with Anthony after he apparently did not subscribe to his YouTube channel. He would also reference Haley in his videos, even showing her name in a short snippet that goes by so fast you gotta slow it down to see it.
We didn't hear.
The one thing about Haley is she did multiple police reports, and even to the point where when she would move, she would let them know that she moved. I don't see somebody doing that unless they're completely psychotic. I don't see someone doing that if there wasn't some kind of merit behind it. You know what I mean?
Hear from Max again until the summer, when he wrote me like a 7 or 8 page letter saying how much he regretted joining the military.
I was in the United States Army before I was discharged for attempting to commit suicide.
As far as I know, his military career was only a few months long and ended with that suicide video, or attempted suicide video. He told me about how he loved me and wished we were together. I didn't respond to it, nor did I keep it. I burned it in my grandma's backyard, actually.
This is an emotional roller coaster. You know, I like know most of this. It gets rough. Anyway, let's talk about the other ones. The rest of the video is a more detailed version of Olivia and Lucy's stories, which I've already gone through the bullet points, but I gotta admit, their stories do seem a bit off. Paulina's story is absent. Lucy's story is more concise and gets to the point, but nonetheless, not a lot of the evidence shown for all of these hefty accusations, especially for things like sexual assault. And Olivia, well, Olivia's the worst story in this group. She starts it off like she's a YouTuber welcoming viewers to her channel.
Oh God, Olivia. Olivia has lore in the commentary community. Okay, FYI, my chat is not just commentary community. My chat has a lot of different people from different communities, okay? It's a little bit of everybody in my chat, all right? So those of you who are not in the commentary community, just know Olivia has a lot of lore in the commentary community. I know, Virgo, I have seen this video. This is now the second time I've seen this video. I know. Okay? I'm giving the preemptive. Okay, Virgo, let me do my job. I appreciate the co-pilot, though. You can be my co-pilot the rest of the night, Virgo. You can be my co-pilot. All right? You're my co-streamer. All right? That's your job tonight. But there's a lot of lore in the commentary community with Olivia, and Oh, God, as you're about to see, some of it, well, quite a bit of it, played out on this channel. Even the part about how Bo Blacks met her. Yes.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be calling MamaMax a rapist. I can't include that line.
Hi guys, my name is Ali Wang, and unfortunately, I am one of Max's exes. How did we meet? So I had a friend,
And I just want to say, Ali is so pretty. She's such a pretty girl. She really is such a pretty girl.
He doesn't want me to say his name, but we had a mutual friend, and then our mutual friend invited me to go hang out with them. And it was me, my brother, my sister, and my friend, and Max, and we all went to Max's apartment. And
it was a good idea, and
through a friend. But our mutual friend wasn't friends with him much longer than I was, so he didn't really know him that well himself. Okay. And then, and I never had a boyfriend before. I just turned 18 when we met. I was only a month 18, and I never had a boyfriend before. I never even like held hands with a boy. So and when I had a little crush on Max, he could obviously tell. I mean, like, we were hanging out. We just started hanging out, kind of. I don't know how it really happened. I don't remember how it happened. We just started hanging out because of our mutual friend. And then one day he came over and it was just us two, and we were in his car. And then he kind of just went in for a kiss. And then from there, we just hung out a lot.
Listen, I'm not one to start tone policing, but my God, is this whole thing way off. Also, I gotta be honest, Olivia's just a really sussy lady, and I'll get to why later.
Oh, God!
But that being said, my point is that there wasn't a lot of evidence shown to really expose Max as this disgusting deviant. I'll admit that numerous ex-girlfriends coming out with stories against him is definitely a cause for concern, especially in his field of video. In fact, the video states that there is a total of 7 women with stories. However, we've seen situations like this before where a collection of women come out with their stories, but a lack of evidence comes off more like angry ex-girlfriends. At the very least, you could chalk it up to Max being a horrible boyfriend, and I think we can agree with that. The Haley stuff, however, is something that has merit, and even then, the story is pretty crazy with the hotel room. But what gives Haley's story more credibility is that some of it was confirmed by MamaMax himself. Now, Magnetar's video on MamaMax would get taken down due to Magnetar showing Max's full docs and driver's license. Now, Magnetar argued that he was trying to make a point because Max proclaimed in Craig Beckett's video that anyone could search his name and find no evidence of any such police report, but that was because Max had apparently changed his name. Nonetheless, you can't be going around showing full names and personal information and expect for a video to stay up, so...
True. Very true. I do agree.
Magnetar would re-edit the video, since it's private information, and re-upload the video on July 28th, 2022. One day later, on July 29th, 2022, MamaMax would upload his MamaMax's response to the allegations. Okay, so I want to preface this part of the video. Max could easily be lying in it. I would not be shocked if he was. There are points where the dude says stuff like, damn, go off, sis, like 100 times in the video.
Yes,
it's
he
really
did.
annoying.
But damn, go off, sis.
Now, that being said, did MamaMax have a reasonable explanation for all of his accusers? To be honest, for the most part, yeah. With Paulina, who was absent from the exposed video, he showed screenshots and evidence of her mental health declining, as well as screenshots that very much were the opposite of what she was accusing him of, and even more screenshots that at the very least showed Max was a decent boyfriend to Paulina in that span of time. For Olivia, he again showed a recorded phone call in which Olivia and Max talked, and Olivia did not seem like she was talking to her abuser, but more like she was just talking to an ex-boyfriend, although he only showed a small snippet of the call, which could be taken out of context. In the description, he posted a link to the full call. The call is very standoffish, but in my opinion, Olivia comes off as really weird. For example, Max brings up how they were still broken up. Olivia was sending him nudes. Olivia then denies it, but then says it won't matter anyway because she's naked all the time on the internet, which I'm going to be honest with you, that's a lot of foreshadowing. Again, more to come with Olivia.
One thing I will say, I think it was Olivia about the dog. I will say this, though. He tried to say, I think it was Olivia that he tried to say that she, oh God, what is it? Not scam. What is it when you try to hold something over somebody's head for money or whatever? What is it? What's the word I'm having an ADHD moment. What's the word I'm looking for? When you try to hold somebody's head for money? Anyway, basically extort, blackmail. Blackmail or extortion. It was either blackmail or extortion. It was one of the two, okay? I think it was extort. That she tried to extort money from him for the dog, when in fact, if you actually stopped and read those DMs, he willingly gave that money to her for the dog because he loves animals and he didn't want to see the dog. He wanted to see the dog get better, but he later tried to say it was like extortion or blackmailing him. It was one of the two words he used. But he actually offered that money. Yeah. Now, he did try to do that.
Olivia, stay tuned.
It's
At
okay,
one point during
Stripes.
the call, Olivia even asked Max what his astrology sign is. She also made a joke asking for 10K to never talk about Max again, and was frustrated by the fan edits being made about her, which is why she started making TikToks against Max to begin with. When it came to Max taking advantage of Olivia while she was sleeping, it was explained in the call that this was a consensual act in which Max would have permission to wake up Olivia with sex. And there was a safe word and everything. For the record, Olivia did not remember a safe word, but did remember the phrase. I'm gonna read that quote. Okay, I'm about to read that. Okay, Olivia did not remember a safe word, but did remember the phrase, quote, "Are we going to be rapey or romantic?" Max also recalled.
What? Oh, God. I mean, listen. What couples do behind closed doors, you know, you talk differently with your loved one, okay? But W-Riz. That's just so cringe to hear how people talk with their partner. It's like, bro, I don't need to hear that. Yes, it's URR time. Oh my God. Now would have been perfect time to just hit that switch and Nicholas Diorio's URR time would come up. Oh God. Oh, that was a horrible joke. Oh no, Stan, you might have got me in trouble with that one. Oh God, it's just so cringy to hear how couples talk to each other when, you know, no one else is around. God.
That Olivia would tell him to stop and that she was too tired. Max would obey and cease the action. Then the next morning, Olivia would be annoyed that Max didn't keep going. Again, for the record, Olivia does not remember saying that. In the call, Max would tell Olivia that if she wants to keep making TikToks about him, that it's her freedom of speech to do so, to which Olivia replied with a joke about taking it too far and saying that Max tried to kill her. And Olivia is definitely a trustworthy source here. MamaMax then goes on into another accuser named Sarah, who did not come out publicly in the video, and is someone I don't know much about, but regardless, Max accused her of rape. Oh, Jesus. This is 67 pages, Diesel. This is 67 pages. For Lucy, Max claimed that...
Wait, Matt, that script was 67 pages? Are you serious? Where's Matthew Pitt? Find Matthew Pitt now. I have a question. Was that script 67 pages? Hold on, I'm sending a screenshot. Oh, dear God. Bro. I would have cussed you out if you would have sent me 67 pages. Okay, hold on. Pages 68, words 14,043. Good God, Matthew! Holy crap! Dude! 68 pages? Oh my God! You know what? Like, I want to make videos, but, you know... I won't be hiring Matt to do it. That's for damn sure. Because if you hand me 68 pages, I'm like, listen, I'm not reading the Declaration of Independence, motherfucker. What the hell is this? I'm not reading War and Peace. The high page count is due to screenshots, to be frank. Oh, you're so hoity-toity, aren't you? Jesus Christ. Poor Diesel. Diesel had to read War and Peace for this damn video. My God. Sheesh. All right, let's keep going. We're past the halfway mark. Let's go.
Lucy lied about her age and that when they met, she was only 2 months away from turning 18. He also points out that the age of consent in Texas and Tasmania is both 17. Max also stated that he did not sexually assault Lucy and that they stayed together for 4 more months after she got back home, to which he would then break up with her. Again, all of this is he said, she said. But now we get to the main event.
Wait, what? But are you stealing the decorate? Oh my God, toxic. That's it. Toxic gossip train conductor trying to make jokes. That was kind of funny, though. I'll give you that.
Ben, Haley. And now with this one, there's a huge twist. So Max concedes to obsessing over Haley in high school and while in the military. Max explained that he ceased all communication with Haley after his apology to Anthony, but that the aggressors in the situation were actually Magnetar and Haley, as they were the ones trying to put out a video and collect information while Max had simply avoided communication. He then goes out to point out that Haley, although did not reciprocate his feelings for her. So Max concedes to obsessing over Haley in high school and while in the military. Max explained that he ceased all communication with Haley after his apology to Anthony, but the aggressors in the situation were actually Magnetar and Haley, as they were the ones trying to put out a video and collect information while Max had simply avoided communication.
Haley is not one of my exes. Haley has never abused me. Haley is a young woman that I fell for in high school and that I obsessed over during my time in the military. This is when I was 18. I made decisions that I obviously regret. But with that said, Haley is painting a very different picture of our relationship together during these times to make me look more like a creep. Obviously, that is always the
Well, I don't know what to say to that. We're gonna press play and just keep going. All right. Yes, he's doing the voice thing. Yes, it's a constant narrative with him. He constantly does the voice thing.
name of the game with them, I guess.
He then goes out to point out that Haley, although did not reciprocate his feelings for her, should be more inclined for Max's attention when she was on the outs with her boyfriend. Max then goes into his whole notebook ordeal and proclaims that he did not write anything aggressive towards the boyfriend, but was actually talking about a man who had allegedly abused Haley, that Haley had confided to Max about. This apparently was who he was talking about in the notebook. Also, he decided to actually dox the alleged person. Yeah, he just put the full name and picture right in there. Max again conceded that Haley was distant before she went to university, but at one point they hung out and cuddled together in bed. He also conveyed that he did not find her dorm and that Haley had given him the address. In a nutshell, Max explained that he was very obsessive with Haley, but that there were times where she actually liked that about him. Maybe he was insinuating that it appealed to her ego, but he also stated that there were times where she would outright chastise Max for being like this, which I believe is Max trying to explain that Haley was sending out mixed signals, because saying that Haley was wishy-washy and that this confused this wonderfully just autistic YouTuber. I'd be lying if I said, you know, man, with these internet boys, with these internet YouTubers, be straightforward with them, okay? Don't send mixed signals. They can't read them. Look them out.
Yeah, them YouTube boys crazy. Charlie Scene, is he like insecure about it? You know, honestly, Charlie, that might be it. I understand about being insecure about a voice. I've always hated my voice. I mean, I kind of get it. You know, listen, I do the voice. The voice thing with him. I just, it's a meme for me. It's a meme for me. It might be because look at his content too. It seems like to me when he got into the dark stuff is when his voice started going deeper, because, you know, deeper and sounding more like demonic, and we're doing creepy and scary stuff. Rah, 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 rah. You know what I mean? I'm a screecher. That's my voice. I can't stand my voice. Ugh.
MamaMax, do you think he's a guy who deals in the gray zone? No, he sees the world in a very chaotic way. You need to be very clear. That I can see. His brain, it functions on a different level. A stupid one. Anyway, when it came to the hotel room, Max explained that everything was consensual. Haley was not afraid for her life or scared, and she could have left at any time, and that they actually did leave to get tampons. Max revealed that the two flirted with each other and cuddled together in the bed, that nothing uncomfortable had happened. Max would continue to dissect Haley's testimony, claiming she had dates wrong, mixed up situations, and very much alluded to her either misremembering or twisting the narrative to paint Max in the worst light possible. But he did confirm the suicide attempt and sending Anthony the footage of it, which by all means truly paints Max as an unhinged person in the moment. Max then tries to paint Magnetar in a selfish light, as in Haley's video he portrayed as a caring person who called in a wellness check, when he sent the imagery of Max's attempting suicide, but in Max's video, Max would show screenshots of Magnetar completely freaking out and basically telling Max to never contact him or Haley again, which honestly is a reasonable reaction to being sent a guy who's obsessed with your girlfriend saying, I'm gonna do it. It's not really unreasonable for him to act that way. Okay, but we're not done, because there is a really interesting moment in this video. Because Max has a special part for the uploader of the exposed video, Magnetar, Anthony, aka Haley's boyfriend, aka the man Max hated with a passion because he was dating Haley. Max would bring out testimony from his sister to show that Max was decent to all the women that had exposed him, as well as giving testimony that Haley and Max seemed to be very close, and confirmed they would cuddle together in his room. But also, this sister would bring up Anthony as well, and claim that there were some serious allegations against him. Yeah.
Dustiest Space, Xylie, why are you at normal speed? I need at least 2 times speed. Well, for one, I'm at 1.25, all right? And 2, you can watch it on your own at 2 times speed. How about that? Welcome to my channel. My channel. Thank you.
Yes, at the end of this MamaMax video, Max pulls an Uno reverse card on Magnetar and proclaims that Anthony Magnetar is actually
oh my
a pedo.
God.
Anyone who knows Max in high school, he was a nice guy to everyone. He was nice to everyone.
Oh,
he
why?
never kidnapped someone.
Then why does?
Let alone Haley, his friend, and she definitely was not kidnapped.
Then why does Anthony hate me?
Am I allowed to say why?
Anthony Field, Haley's boyfriend, Magnetar on YouTube, the one who published this video on me.
He then shows screenshots.
Flat out said it in that video. Like, bro. Alright, so this next part is weird. Magnetar went through some shit because of that.
Shots from an anonymous source proclaiming that Anthony would send nudes and other sexual videos to her while she was underage. None of this can be confirmed except by Max's sister. So there's nothing concrete here. Just
again, remember I said a reoccurring character in the story of MamaMax is his sister. His sister's always backing him up.
Testimony, but it seems more like, whether the accusation is true or not, Max is giving Anthony a little taste of his own medicine. It shows how vindictive Max can be, and from what I understand, this wasn't the first time Max had threatened these accusations. He had these in his back pocket for a while. Max would expose Anthony's full name, his face, and also alludes to other accusers against him. This could be a way for Max to get Anthony and Haley to stop talking about him, or the allegations could be completely bullshit. I mean, honestly, with this, who fucking knows? So Max came back swinging with his own video, and the man, it was a hell of a counter. Now, things are about to get even more complicated as the timeline's going to jump all over the place, so you're going to need to bear with me here. So first and foremost, MamaMax, in his description for his videos defending him, would thank a few people, including Craig Beckett and Angry Slug. All right, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on Angry Slug, but he's a clout demon, okay? He's a self-confessed doxer who at one point was able to slip into Chris Hansen's good graces when trying to expose Onision.
That's another person that, if you're not part of the commentary community, has a lot of lore with the commentary community. And Chris Hansen. Goes deep. That's all I'm going to say about Slug. A lot of lore. A lot of lore.
He was then exposed of being just an absolute complete retard, making false allegations that Nicholas the Oreo was in the KKK after being trolled by Aiden Projects, who I think was a child at the time. He also threatened to strike one of Augie's videos and attempted to debate Augie on a live stream, only to run away and claim that his power was out. It would later be revealed that he was lying about this. Slug is a socially inept doofus who tries to suck up to any clout he can possibly find. He's been a nuisance to the commentary community for quite some time, and he never goes away. He's like a cockroach. He's always been there. The commentary community could dissolve in flames, and Slug would still be there, falsely accusing randos of being pedophiles. Now, when it came out that Slug was not only thanked in Max's videos, but was part of the pedo hunting team, people began to relay to Max what Slug was all about. And eventually, he was taken off the team. But Slug would eventually return, and of course we're going to get to that. Now, this would happen a month later after the MamaMax video had been uploaded, but the book on Beckett was officially closed when it was revealed that he had been sexting a 17-year-old while Beckett was in his late 20s. And not only that, it was revealed that when they...
I remember when Craig Beckett, okay, let me not say Beckett, because there's Beckett of Crabs, which that is not who we're talking about. We're talking about Craig Beckett, all right? I remember when Craig Beckett's partner was going ham on Twitter and she was defending him on sexting this minor. The girl was, I believe, 17 years old. Oh my God, that was some shit. The irony that Craig Beckett, hold on, I can't read it because the damn heart on the screen. Oh, the irony that Craig Beckett utterly hated Star. True. Yeah, it was a very interesting time when all that shit came out. Oh my God.
They had begun talking. She was actually only 16. Now the accuser and Craig are both.
She defended him cheating on her with a teenager. Yes, Virgo, she did. She did. She was going ham on Twitter defending him, and we were like, "What? What do you mean? What are you doing, lady? He cheated on you with a kid under 18. What are you doing?" Like 17, Lizardo. Lizardo, have I seen you before? Because your name looks really, really familiar to me. And I've seen you've been typing in the chat the whole time. I've just been ignoring you. But have I seen you before? Somewhere? Like Twitter? Yes, ma'am. Where have I seen you before? Say it, Lizardo. Where have I seen? Oh, wait. Let me do my MamaMax voice. Where have I seen you before, Lizardo? Where? Did I see you like at a Leviathan meeting or around? Oh, okay. That tells me everything I need to know. Okay, let's go.
British, and in the country of England, it is illegal to have sex with a 17-year-old. However, the two did exchange nudes, which included an alleged cum tribute from Mr. Beckett himself, which is, of course, illegal.
Craig sent me a video of him to a photo of me. Here's the screenshot from my Twitter data that.
Oh, Repzilla! Oh, God. This is the part of the video where I start getting some PTSD. Just saying. I just want to let y'all know, go ahead and let y'all know I start to get PTSD starting around now.
Shows he did in fact send me a video. Evidence of a video being sent. Here's Emmy saying to Craig, someone really wants to see them. He says, maybe, winky face. She warns him that she is fully undressed. To which he says, I will prepare my raging... read the screen.
He was uncomfortable reporting. And Stan Repzilla was so uncomfortable. Oh, he was so... bless his heart. Bless his heart. A good old Southern bless his heart.
In there. This is a really important point. I don't feel like enough people have stressed this enough during this situation. But not only did Craig break the law, but throughout the duration of the time that he spoke to this young girl, he encouraged her to break the law. Here he says, good, but enjoy yourself. Take plenty of pics and videos.
And yeah, he was done for after that, disappearing from the internet, never to be heard from again. In fact, the last we ever heard of Craig is when his former ally, MamaMax, got a hold of him and tweeted out a picture of Craig Beckett with the word "pray" written on his forehead. And that's pray as in like the thing predators eat, rather than like pray as in Jesus. And then Max would later come out with a music video called "Pray," so it was possible that Max was using Craig Beckett to plug his song. He would also express his frustration with befriending Craig Beckett on a live stream. And just to be fair, the one who exposed all of this about Craig Beckett was Angry Slug, broken clock right twice a day.
True.
All right.
True. No, angry. Okay, listen. The whole shit with Emmy and Craig Beckett. Emmy is the girl's name. The whole thing with Emmy and Craig Beckett. Slug was the first one because she took everything to Slug, and Slug was the first one on his live stream to break that story. Nobody else knew about it but Slug, and Slug was breaking the news on his live stream. And then, oh God, I don't know if it was days or a week later, that's when everybody else picked it up, I think it was. Actually, Chad Trooper, what we found out, that sending naked photos under the age of 18 actually is not legal in the UK. I had, for me, I had someone in the UK and they actually looked up their laws and stuff like that. They know about that kind of stuff because they talk about CSA a lot and stuff. and actually giving nude photos or like indecent photos or whatever under the age of 18 is illegal. That's what they said. So, what did Ninja say? Oh, Ninja. Now, you know, this is a fucking Christian mingle chat. We are not shady like that here, okay? We are good fucking Christians. What are you doing? What are you doing, Ninja? I see that. I am not reading that out. I refuse. I need you to behave. Okay? Jesus. Good God. God. No, Ann, we can't laugh at that. No, we're not. No, we're going to be good. We're not going to laugh at that, okay? We are not going to laugh at that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here's Matt Pitt, my ninja. Oh, God. No. Oh, I hate it here. I hate it here.
This is going to be a good one. Okay, so here's another side note I got to mention real quick. It's about Edwin's generation. He's a commentary YouTuber who's known for making videos on hashtag MeToo scandals like Die Antwoord, Marilyn Manson, Onision, Dobby Vanity. And Edwin had his eyes set on possibly making a video on MamaMax. And the whole thing kind of blew up in his face. Edwin took up the mantle for MamaMax detractors and accusers. He would frequently do live streams criticizing MamaMax as well as interviewing the accusers and platforming them so they could tell their story. He was committed to researching for a video on his channel and even at one point had a conversation with Max himself. However, everything would fall apart later on when a massive drama imploded involving the Keemstar show and Edwin's generation, among others. Now, I'm not going to go into it, but basically it led Edwin to getting fully canceled, and with that, Olivia also threw salt on the wound when she would come out with her own expose on Edwin. So the story goes that Edwin had Olivia on multiple times to tell her side of the story, but behind the scenes, Edwin and
Okay, so this is the PTSD part. It really is. Oh God, if I could kick Matt in the face for putting this in, I would.
Olivia would start to grow closer, and sometime during the fall of 2022, Edwin had realized the two of them had began to have more sexually charged conversations and became flirty with one another. He could not continue his video on MamaMax because it would be a conflict of interest and would prove an inherent bias, so the video was dropped altogether. Later, after Edwin was exposed on the Keemstar show for something that would take hours to explain, what did you...
We don't need to explain it. Let's just keep it Let's just keep it moving. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. Let's go.
The guys like to know. Oh God, Olivia would come out and say that Edwin had, well, fulfilled himself to her while they were on a video call.
To say everything, because just to say everything, and the call with Edwin where he got funky. To be fair, I was drunk and I was feeling sexy that day.
Live
I was
stream.
like, going on Instagram Live and like getting half naked and calling people, and I did.
Ooh, this is a blast from the plat. It's got BWC in here, that dude, Tipster, and me, and then there's Ollie.
Call him on regular FaceTime, and I just very drunk and very.
Agent, this was on my channel. This was on my channel.
Felt sexy, so I did. Take my shirt off, so there's that.
The irony that Olivia, one of the original accusers, would be a part of Edwin's downfall was not lost on anyone. It should be noted that Olivia claimed that nothing weird or like rapey happened and that the video call was consensual. She did say to Xylie Gets Real, however, that Edwin talked about flying her out while he was still working on the MamaMax story. But I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Olivia is not a reliable narrator, okay? I don't want to badmouth these accusers, but she had no business being up there. She had a bad relationship, that's it. And she has this weird ability to find the spotlight because she's done it multiple times. She even at one point tried to e-date Bo Blacks, another commentary YouTuber. She was literally...
And that was because of my show. It's on my channel. It's this video. You can see it. Oh, God. PTSD, bro. PTSD, bro. What a time. What a time.
flirting with all the commentary orbiters. It's really fucking weird. Olivia would also flip-flop back onto Edwin's side when Edwin...
I do agree with you. It was the best dating show. The concept was good. It was a good concept. It's just, you know, it would have never worked out, though.
would try and make his comeback, but when she was invited to do an interview to tell her side of the story on Edwin's platform, she decided to renege and did not show up. When all this came out, it kind of killed any sort of credibility for the MamaMax detractors, and the story was basically just dead in the water. MamaMax would go on later to say that what happened really sucked, and that he loved most of the women that had stories about him, and that he wanted to start a family with them, but wasn't the greatest boyfriend, and that was a result of mental illnesses from both sides clashing together and creating a vitriolic and toxic environment. The accusers themselves were somewhat left to fester on their own island, while Max continued to make content, and oh boy, did he make some content. Okay, recent update. Haley would go on Chud Logic's stream where she refuted Max's claims of everything being consensual and denied cuddling with Max. She stands by her side of the story, and basically Max is capping, according to her. That's not going to be the last update in this video. Okay, so again, timeline is all over the place right now, but let's get back on track, because now we got to return to Tommy C. Let me ask you a question, dear viewer. Let's say you're a big YouTuber who hunts pedophiles, and you've just been accused of horrible things and had to go make a video defending yourself in an attempt to save your reputation. What would you do next? Well, if your answer was to jump right into another drama with a channel that you completely dwarf, well, then you'd be right. Max would go back to making content and would put out another pedophile hunting video. However, he would dictate the first 15 minutes of his video to none other than Tommy C, the man who went—
Okay, I didn't get that about that video. If you're making a video about a P word, okay, shouldn't that focus on that video be on the P word? And make the section on Tommy separate? But I guess he figured that people would watch about the P word because he put Tommy in the beginning. Guess what, MamaMax? We stopped when you went into the P word. At least I did. I don't even know what the hell's in the rest of that video. I only know the Tommy part. I'm gonna be honest. I only know the Tommy part. I didn't watch the rest of that damn video. Tommy did hurt his ego, Agent. You are 1,000% correct. He did. And I love to see it. I love to see it. I love us when us old folks get a dig in and make them youngsters upset. I love to see it.
On a live stream to verbally defecate all over the Max. The funny thing to me is Max would say publicly he hated getting into drama, he couldn't stand it, and did not like doing it.
I do not get sick of covering pedophiles. That's what I have fun doing. I would rather be in my hole hunting pedophiles. That's what brings me life. I hate when I have to do this shit and start stupid ass drama just to make people give a shit. You know, because when you, especially when you're so fucking pissed off, like you have to hear the screams of children being raped to death, and you have to witness puppies being skinned alive, trying to hobble away. Like, this shit becomes so goddamn easy. Like, I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yet here he was, fighting a channel with less than 50K subscribers. Not only that, he parodies him, creating his own character in an attempt to mock Tommy C, called Mommy Z.
Yes, and that's when I met. Yeah, that's when I met him. Yep, that's when I met him. When he was running around doing Mommy Z, and then that's when he put that screenshot under my reply like he was trying to intimidate me, and then we ended up he ended up apologizing for his response, and we ended up getting in a call. Yep.
Actually, you know what? Before we even watch it, let's take a caller. Hi, you're live on the air.
I pick pedophiles.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I absolutely agree. Thank you so much for calling in. So without further ado, let's get right into the video.
Now, this came out of nowhere. Tommy's stream on Max was in December of 2021. The video was uploaded in August of 2022. So again, in a video titled
almost a year later, he held that grudge on Tommy. Almost a year. Isn't that amazing? 8 months later, he held that grudge. Lizardo, you know, Lizardo, I'll tell you what, you are being very respectful and you are very welcome to be here, but my God, I'm pretty sure that Max isn't going to date you. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure MamaMax is not going to date you. I don't know, maybe. Good gracious.
This is what happened to a child predator on TikTok. Max begins his newest rendition of Find the Pedo by introducing a parody character called Mommy Z, in which he completely reenacts the famous Tommy C livestream, portraying Mommy Z reacting to MamaMax and taking callers. The cope in this intro is just hilarious, especially when you realize that he's spending time on a YouTube channel that averages 300 concurrent viewers a stream. Look, Tommy's had a great career. He's a hilarious streamer. He's been around for a long time. You should check him out. But let's be honest.
Love Tommy C. Love him.
When it comes to relevancy, he's not at the top of the list. Here's MamaMax giving Tommy an obscene amount of attention. That's not so bad, right? I mean, he made a funny little skit. Now it's time to get into the actual content and hunt some pedos, right? Max keeps going. Max would then reply to Tommy's clips from his stream, only referring to Tommy with his name, with the name number 4 blah blah blah, which at the time was Tommy's subscriber count. He would then showcase his intellect by proclaiming that Tommy had fallen into his trap.
I'm gonna have to upset all of my fellow creators. That was a prediction, and you fell right into it, as predictable as you all are. What I did not foresee, however, was when you accidentally aligned.
Okay, wait a minute. Predictable as we all are? Excuse me. You are talking to the, now what's the name of the community? The commentary community. That means we give commentary. That means we talk about things. What do you mean? You're not a fucking genius to figure out that we were going to talk about something. What? What's up, Plants? Yeah, he's so edgy, is he not? He's so edgy. Like, hello? This is what we do. It's literally my job to get on here and talk shit. Soda, that's the story of my life, but it's okay, because you know what? We like simps, all right? We like simps in my chat, all right? Everybody is welcome in my chat as long as you're not a rude little asshole. If you got an opposite opinion, I don't give a shit. All right? Just don't be rude about it. But that's what we do. I get paid to talk shit. Literally. Come on now.
Aligned with actual pedophiles along the way.
This is the most impressive tweet on this so far. It the only guy with balls, if you ask me. And Vito's got the balls to crack this joke. I pick pedophiles. I pick pedophiles.
Well, because you gave me a choice.
1 week later.
Vito said this: having basic empathy for non-offending pedophiles will ultimately lead to less child abuse. Non-offending means that we understand breaking the laws is a no-no. All right.
There's nothing quite as poetic as the blind stupidity of the commentary community. And when I confronted these hypocritical little
And that's another thing I want to say. I love how these non-drama YouTubers, y'all always complain about the damn, it's not, y'all don't even just complain about commentary community, okay? Because guess what? The beauty influencers, they're always complaining about the drama channels / T channels, okay? I love how all these people complain about the channels that cover drama, yet you assholes are always causing fucking drama. What? If you didn't cause the drama, we wouldn't have anything to fucking talk about. So stop causing the fucking drama. It's really easy. 1 + 1 does equal 2. I'm just saying. If you hold up 2 hands with 5 fingers in each hand, it equals 10. That's 10 fingers. So if you stop causing the drama, we won't talk about the drama. That goes for beauty influencers, that goes for any other kind of YouTuber or influencer always bitching about damn drama channels. God, it's stupid. Jesus, Lord have mercy. Good God. And then half of y'all are in the DMs of drama channels and commentary community channels. Half of y'all are in the DMs, either begging not to be talked about or what do I do in this situation? But damn if publicly y'all ain't always complaining about us. Get the hell out of here. Paige, I swear to God, I will hide you. Paige, did you not hear me being in a mood? Did you not hear me be in a mood, Paige? I will hide you. No, you're fine. You're fine, Paige. I won't hide you. But still. Peepaw Riveter, question. If MamaMax lives by the ideology of believe all women, then why we're not supposed to believe the women who accused him? I don't know if he goes by believe all women, but I know he goes believes all victims. And that's actually a really good point, Peepaw. I think he said it. Who did he say it to? Did he say it to Smaggle? I think he said it to Smaggle that there were so many people that has come out about Camden Gerard Davis that it's believable. Well, he has 6 come out on him. So are they believable then? I mean, it works both ways. It's not a one-way street. You can't say one thing. It's not rules for thee and not for rules for thee and not for me. That shit don't fly. Either it is or it isn't. That's another thing MamaMax does. What did Paige say? What did Paige say? I love you. Oh, okay. Oh my God, Pumpkin! Hold on a second, please. Pumpkin, I swear to you are so lucky I'm live right now. Oh my God. Where are you at? Get right here. Come here, lay down. Lay down. Jesus, Lord have mercy. Hold on a second. Get over here. Lay down. Lay down. Thank you. She has the zoomies. And she knocked over my little thing with pens in it. And she looked at me like, did I do something? Don't be putting Pumpkin's face in the chat. She's bad right now. You can't look at that. You don't have fans. You don't have any fans in this chat right now, okay? Just chill. Paige, Pumpkin just successfully distracted Xylie. You're safe. True. Okay, let's keep going. And yes, fake donation, Oh, MamaMax, you're so edgy. You're an edgy guy.
Librarians on their own bullshit. They would not let me speak to them.
Sure. Max in the chat trying to bait you to bring him on. He's saying, wish we could have talked like adults, man.
Okay, can we give it up for Matt actually getting a good mic? Let's listen to Matt. And that's Matt talking in his shitty mic.
I confronted these hypocritical little contrarians on their own bullshit. They would not let me speak
Listen to
them.
Matt.
Sure. Max in the chat trying to bait you to bring him on. He's saying, wish we could have talked like adults, man.
Could talk like adults? You didn't make a fucking video like a fucking adult. That anybody other than a fucking child could be. I mean, this is literally made for stupid people.
True.
Stupid people and.
Oh my. I didn't know making a video like an adult meant reacting to Twitter drama and screaming at the camera like a whiny little baby.
Max basically said, you activated my trap card. However, the most egregious part of this expose on Tommy is that Max, the pedophile hunter, tries to paint number 46,853 as a man who protects pedophiles. The exact same thing he was trying to do to YouTube. He is doing to a smaller streamer on a channel with an audience committed to hating and hunting pedophiles. There's this cool new term a lot of content creators are using these days, and it's called pedo jacketing. It basically means when someone tries to paint someone as a pedo due to making an edgy joke or an innocent action in an attempt to harm their reputation. Max basically does this to Tommy by explaining that because he had Vito on the show, who Max claims is a pedophile, and Mr. Girl, that this means Tommy is inherently related to pedophiles and mingles with them. Max basically slanders Vito, which, you know, I gotta be honest, is kind of fair because Vito has said some stupid things, and his name...
Vito has said some stupid shit. I don't argue with people when they talk about Vito in that way because Vito has made himself... I can see where people look at Vito that way just because of what he said. Because it's not funny what he says. Like, you know.
It also rhymes with pedo, which makes it really easy. You know, when you're a pedophile hunter on YouTube, it might not be a great idea to throw around that title all willy-nilly. People might take you at your word. I mean, especially if you're spending weeks and weeks of research on actual pedophiles. But then you point your finger at edgy comedians who have made some stupid jokes and have done all these dumb things on the internet. Is that really a good idea? In fact, I think Max would agree with me. Later on in his Q&A live streams, he would say this.
Like telling my audience to call people pedophiles. I don't like people throwing around the word pedophile like it doesn't mean anything. I don't like that shit.
Funny. You do it, though. You do it. You do it quick. You don't even have to have proof when you do it. I'm just saying.
And if you're doing that, please stop. Like, people can disagree with us. It's okay. Like, that doesn't immediately mean they're a pedophile. And I get why you're doing it. Like, someone says stupid shit on the internet. You want to call them, oh, okay, you're a pedo. I get that. But it's not, we shouldn't just be throwing around the word like it doesn't mean anything. I call someone a pedophile when they are behaving like a pedophile, when they do actions that is indicative of a pedophile, when they...
With or without proof? That's the question. With or without proof? Because that's what you're getting called on now.
Talk like a pedophile. And I do not make a video on them until I have verifiable proof that they are a pedophile. You know, that's why you get...
Really? God, I can't wait for Nick's video to come out.
That's why I have these long conversations with Wayne and him talking and him, you know, describing what he wants to do to a 14-year-old girl. That's why I have Zach Haddad, like, do a fucking finger thing on his nose so I know this is the guy that I'm making a video on.
Needless to say, this is a very hazardous activity that is completely irresponsible for a content creator like Max. And if Vito had actual money, it could probably lead to Max being sued into oblivion. Luckily, Vito is poor and relies on Dick Masterson for a paycheck. Speaking of...
No, he didn't. I didn't notice that shade the first time around. He said, Lucky Vito is poor and relies on Dick Masterson for a paycheck. God damn. Matt wrote that part. I know Matt wrote that part. Oh, God.
Let's talk about the other one, Mr. Girl. Now, Mr. Girl may allegedly be a pedophile. I don't really fucking know. I'm not making a Mr. Girl video.
Okay, so if you go under podcast on my channel, I have made plenty of live streams and or videos. I think one of them ended up being a video. But I have done plenty about Mr. Girl. Horrible human being. I could be here all night talking about Mr. Girl. I cannot stand that man. Just saying. Diesel is supposed to laugh after these jokes so they don't sound serious. God damn. Matt. Diesel is not exactly the best joke maker, okay? And I hate to say it, Matt, but you're kind of funny. You know? Yeah. You do like dad jokes.
Mr. Girl called into Tommy's show for about 15 minutes. That's it.
Please teach me your ways, washed up commentary channel number 46,853. Anyway, I can see a simple conversation is asking for too much when you're busy inviting more pedophiles onto your show.
Mr. Girl, you're a pedophile? You're a pedophile? You know, here's the thing about you. Like, I want to like you. Because
I already like you.
Oh, that's great.
Well, I can't say it was the wrong choice, because your friends that did end up talking to me, let's just say they did not like the humiliation.
Yeah, because of this, Tommy is associated with pedophiles? That's completely ridiculous. That's pure cope. I mean, Tommy gave you criticism, albeit it was very visceral, and his verbiage is pretty intense. Nonetheless, it was still criticism. Yet Max wants to pay Tommy in the worst light possible because of it. Best part about this, though, is that throughout this segment on Tommy C, a bunch of QR codes would flash on the screen. When activating these QR codes, a bunch of paragraphs would pop up, which is nothing but Max coping in the worst possible way. So let's look at some funny ones. Hey, shoo, shoo, shoo.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just got the best idea. Oh, I just got the best idea. Oh my God. I just got the best idea. I could win a Pulitzer Prize for this one. Why don't we get MamaMax to turn his rage without the bad stuff, like no doxing or anything like that, okay? But why don't we get MamaMax to turn his rage and go after Mr. Girl? There's plenty there. He's abusive towards his ex-girlfriend, and he says really sussy shit about kids. Oh, not ex-girlfriend, his current girlfriend, okay? He has videos upon videos of being, like, verbally and emotionally and psychologically abusive, all right? He says sus-ass shit about kids. How do we turn MamaMax towards Mr. Girl? How do we do that? We need this done. And that way, we can have two of the worst people just go at it. Oh my God, I would have content for days. That would be content, and let the strongest survive at that point. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Exactly. Yeah, Mr. Girl defended cuties. Absolutely. Okay. We need to figure out how we're going to opt this. Okay? We need to opt this. All right? We need to figure out how to get MamaMax towards Mr. Girl. Give him some hell. Oh my God, I'm a genius. I am a freaking genius. Yeah, I would pay to see Mr. Girl versus MamaMax. What? We gotta figure out a way to opt this. Imagine a debate between Mr. Girl and MamaMax where Mr. Girl tries to psychoanalyze MamaMax, saying his pedo hunting is evidence of his true desires. Oh my God. Mr. Girl would say some stupid shit like that too. Mr. Girl would literally say something like that. Oh my God. Make a timeline with stamp times and videos? No, I don't do, unlike everybody else around MamaMax, I'm not doing his work for him. Fuck that. No. I'm like, MamaMax, no. I'm not doing his work for him. He can grow up, be a big boy, and do it himself. Max versus Max with D-Max as the moderator. Triple Max. Oh, that would be funny as shit.
It'll be okay, little guy. You don't have to scream. Let's use our inside voices. Hugs you, nuzzles you. I just added that in. Just tell us what's wrong. Did someone hurt you? Gently rubs your shoulders.
Oh, he's reading the QR codes.
Whoa, hey, simmer down there, buddy. What's with all the hostility? I never said you or anyone else.
Oh,
Look like a creepy pedophile, let alone a non-creepy looking pedophile, did I? Is that why you're so mad? Do you think I called you a pedo? Well, I never did. Kisses you on the forehead. There, does that feel better?
No, Paige.
I feel like you can say it with...
No, Paige, I was joking around. I wasn't being serious. We don't do stuff like that. We're not MamaMax around here. We don't do stuff like that. Okay? We don't stoop to their level. Nope. I was joking. It was a joke. Although it would be funny to see, though. It would be hilarious to see, but... Alright.
Without saying it. You know what I mean? Yikes. Can't think of yikes without thinking of tipster. Yikes, why even say something like that? Don't you have 1 or 2 kids? Now hold on there, Turbo. I know you like to take everything I say out of context, but I'm not saying you touch them or anything. I know you're not a pedophile, and... I'm going to say that out loud later so everyone knows. But what I'm getting is that maybe people are calling you a pedophile, not me, because you say and do dumb things sometimes. Yeah, maybe we...
No. They called Tommy a pedophile because you basically sent your audience to do that. You sicked your audience onto Tommy. And some of the comments he was getting was completely disgusting. And they sounded... and acted like deranged fans of yours. Believe me, I see how deranged they can be. I've had them in my comments before. Don't say anything bad about MamaMax. Fuck that.
Should think before speaking, shouldn't we? It's okay, fella. Pats you on the back compassionately. You gain 100 XP from this interaction and 1 skill point in common sense. So incredibly dorky. And I literally run a coffee company that makes D&D themed coffee called Mana Potion Coffee. And you can go to manapotioncoffee.com and use code D10.
Okay, not gonna lie, this is a good coffee. Okay, go to manapotioncoffee.com. I have this coffee right here. It's actually really good.
Check out to buy our coffee. Well, kisses you on forehead. You gain 1 skill point in common sense. Okay, there's so many here that honestly, I think Max should just fuck Tommy. Max is the bottom, but I think we all knew that. He's got a twink death is gonna hit him hard. It will hit him hard. Hits him all hard.
Twink death. Max just wants to fuck Tommy, okay? And apparently Max is a bottom, and he has big twink energy. PTE. BTE, big twink energy. First time Xylie didn't skip an ad read. Yeah, you know why? Because Diesel did a 2-hour long-ass video and didn't put timestamps in. Best believe I was in a voice call with him before coming on live stream and go, you know, I would have appreciated timestamps. That would have been amazing. Because you know what? I would have skipped the whole section. There was a section I would have skipped. All right? But I couldn't remember where it was. I'm old. Leave me alone.
Hard. Not as hard as Tommy's going to hit him from behind. So Max would then later go on to take another victory lap and proclaim that they did exactly what MamaMax wanted them to do. Because they talked about the video, therefore it got the word out. Wow, MamaMax, you mean the commentary channels actually went and gave commentary on your video? Wow, no way. That's like the only thing they do, aside from yell about the same 3 arguments all the time.
Okay, not all of us yell, okay? And I don't yell all the time, and I don't appreciate that. Who yells? Who yells? I don't yell. I just get passionate. Thank you very much, okay? Listen, I am proud to say that this mic right here has been with me for almost a year. Before that, I went through how many mics? What mic am I on now? Am I on mic number 10? I think I'm on mic number 10 because I kept breaking mics because I was yelling into them. It's okay to yell sometimes, Xylie. Damn right it is. Not all of us yell. Xylie's Mike Graveyard would say otherwise. Shut up, Kay. Shut up. Don't embarrass me in front of company, okay? Don't embarrass me in front of company. What are you doing? Stop. Stop. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, they did exactly what I wanted them to do when they decided to talk about my video. Even though they talk about my videos for a living, I made them do this. Like, bruh, come on. Tommy was actually on vacation while this was all going down. Now, I don't know if Max did this on purpose, but if that was the case, well then, holy shit, this guy is terminally online. But I'll show good faith and say it was just a coincidence. We'll just say it was good faith and, coincidence. Not to turn Tommy into a victim, because he's not. He's a big boy who deals with this type of shit all the time. But nonetheless, Tommy's live stream on MamaMax, as well as recent streams at the time, would be bombarded by hate comments, proclaiming Tommy as a pedo supporter. Yep. This is more than likely due to MamaMax's fan base being who they are. When Tommy returned, though, he refrained from firing back immediately. Tommy decided to wait for the right moment. Well, no, in reality, Tommy wanted to make a video response, but then realized that it would take too much research, so he decided to do a live stream in January of 2023. In the stream, Tommy pointed out how inept MamaMax was, and that he has no business doing this, and also has an obligation to update his community when someone is arrested. He also shows that Max showing information of people that aren't pedophiles but are related to them could get them killed.
Actively protecting a known child predator, I would lose not a second of sleep if someone were to do something about him as
that could get somebody killed. An innocent person killed. I don't know if he's protecting them or not.
And that's always my point. That's always my point. And I had the same damn point when they sat there on that damn live stream and said Camden's mother's name, spelled it out. They said the brother's name. That can get somebody killed. And it would be on their head if it was a crazy fan of MamaMax. That is 100% my point. That can get somebody killed. You don't do shit like that. Period. You don't.
And I don't think there's any way to take you seriously. I don't think you have any credibility. You won't even name the people you supposedly caught. I don't know if he's protecting his son or not illegally. I know more than likely 99.9% of fathers, if their son came to his dad, I didn't do it, they probably do what they normally would do. That's just what people do.
You don't do stuff like that.
I don't know this guy's situation. I don't know nothing. I know you're not qualified. You can't even...
What happens if the parent... Okay, see, that shit pissed me off, especially if it being a mother. What would happen if they got harassed? Harassed to the point that they have to move, or they lose their job, or even get hurt. And they didn't even know what their son or brother was doing. What happens then? Oh, it's okay because it's to find the alleged, you have to say alleged, FYI. The alleged pedo. It's okay to dox the mother. It's okay to dox the father. It's okay to dox the brother. As long as we're trying to hunt down this pedo. What happens if somebody innocent gets hurt? What if they didn't know what was going on? But it's okay in the name of justice though, right? Shut the fuck up. That is egregious as fuck. That is egregious as fuck. It's disgusting. Yeah, people were calling Magnetar's job. Yes. No, fuck that. You don't dox innocent fucking people. What? Oh, and anybody who's behind that, you can fuck off. If you're okay with that, you can fuck right off.
You handle fucking getting through the army. You're not qualified putting this guy's docs out there.
Tommy would then speculate that Max is an egomaniac. And I gotta be honest, I don't think that's much of a stretch. In fact, in this business, he's probably right on the money. Speaking of money, Tommy showcases MamaMax's Patreon that has over 2,500 patrons.
I commented this on the, but I've legit, okay, reporting somebody's different. Reporting somebody's different. Or hiring a private eye to find someone, that's different because you're keeping it like it's not public. You're working on a case, that's public. I mean, that's not public. You're not publicly giving the info to a bunch of fucking normies that has no goddamn business doing what they're doing. Legitly, you're just a fucking YouTuber. You don't have the business doing what you're fucking doing. You're not a private eye. My God, you don't even know how the fucking court system works. If you don't even know how the court system works, what makes me think that you even have the fucking thought process to even find a fucking pedophile? Are you fucking kidding me? What? What? You don't do that. Going after people's family and shit just because you're trying to find the one person. You don't do that. God damn. Jesus Christ, man. That's so just, it's dumb. It's so dumb. You would think common sense would kick in. You just don't do that to innocent people. Fuck.
Means he's making a lot of dough, to which Tommy speculates that Max may be grifting to feed his financial desire. His audience wants Max to hunt pedophiles, so Max is going to hunt pedos, and he's going to make a lot of cash doing it. Then, at the end, Tommy would drop a bomb. You see, a lot of people can criticize Max detractors.
Exactly,
Miss
Stripes.
He's helping victims.
Doxing is never good. Doxing is never good. Under any circumstance. Doxing is not good.
grooming, etc. You have no room to talk. On this live stream, Tommy C reveals that he is in fact a victim of child molestation and points out that he has every right to criticize MamaMax for the way he makes his videos, as well as speculating on it being a possible grift.
I get unbelievably upset when accusations are thrown around when it comes to sexual or criminal or sexual variety. I've always, it's been my big thing. Alex, you go through the list. It's the one big thing. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. That this is always bothered me so much, and why I switched from comedy and I switched to this particular direction. Because I'm a victim of child molestation. I was molested by my babysitter, and I got lucky.
If she holds back a little on the swearing, she would better get her point across. Wait, who? Ursula, who are you talking about? Are you talking about me? If she holds back a little on the swearing, she would better get her point. Okay, well, if you're talking about me, you need to type that out a little bit better than what you just did. Okay. Two, my channel is not about rainbows and unicorns, and we don't hold hands and sing Kumbaya. 3, I talk on YouTube the same exact fucking way I talk in real life. And 4, hi, my name is Xylie Gets Real, and welcome to the channel. I hope you don't mind swearing. Welcome, Ursula. Okay, let me go back because I want to hear this. Okay.
On it being a possible grift.
I get unbelievably upset when accusations are thrown around when it comes to sexual or criminal or sexual variety. I've always, it's been my big thing. Alex, you go through the list. It's the one big thing. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. That this is always bothered me so much, and why I switched from comedy and I switched to this particular direction. Because I'm a victim of child molestation. I was molested by my babysitter, and I got lucky. I had a couple drinks with my neighbor across the street a couple years later when I was a teenager, and he full-on got raped by the same guy. Neither of us had the balls, because we were children, to say anything, and by then it was just too late. So I get really, really upset when stuff like this happens. Don't believe me? Think I'm just saying it? No, Dave knows about it, and he's known about it for like 10 years. And he's one of my closest army buddies. And
the comments he had under that stream defending MamaMax was gross. I'm not going to say all of the audience, because that would be disingenuous to say. But I will say the same ones that go hunting for MamaMax and the same ones that push the hashtags, which I doubt highly there's ever going to be any hashtags anymore. But the ones that would push that pick a side, which one are you for, you two, or what is it, children or pedophiles, under every content creator's tweets. The crazy ones who look at MamaMax like he's their god. They're the ones who were leaving disgusting fucking comments under this very fucking live stream. And it was gross, and it was uncalled for. And that's the type of people MamaMax is cultivating. Because if you're against MamaMax, you're for pedophiles. And that's gross. That's gross.
If you want to sit there and deny me, which I don't care, say that I'm making this shit up, Why would a guy like me running a comedy show just open him up to some of the most offensive, which I fully...
Let me tell y'all something. There's a lot of us who don't talk about what happened in their past. So if any of you dumbasses who left comments like that under Tommy's, you need to realize you don't know if you're actually talking to someone who survived something like that. You don't know if you're leaving a comment, a nasty ass fucking comment under somebody's video. You don't know what they've been through in their life. You don't know what they dealt with. How dare you? It makes you a piece of shit. And it makes you just as much of a piece of shit as MamaMax. That's why you don't throw around the world. You don't throw around the pedo word. You don't do it. That's why you don't do it, because you don't know what somebody's been through in their life. Piece of shit. I hate it. I hate it. Piece of shit move.
Expect pedo jokes that I'm going to get. I don't care. I care more about people not taking you seriously.
Okay, this is the one comment I am going to read for you. Max needs guidance and direction. I think in general his heart is in the right place, but his online presence needs a makeover. Max needs to grow the fuck up. That's what Max needs to do. It's time to stop babying MamaMax. Everybody, all the other big YouTubers, everybody needs to stop babying MamaMax. His audience needs to stop babying MamaMax. Everybody stop babying that motherfucker. He is a grown-ass man, and he's old enough. He's what, 27? He is old enough to know better than what he's doing. He's old enough to have adult man common fucking sense. Stop babying his ass. I am so sick of hearing about this with Max. Stop babying his ass. And he can't handle it. He couldn't handle. I am 48 years old. Did you see the way he fucking crumbled when I was trying to tell him some facts, and I barely even cussed when I did it? He can't handle it. He needs to grow the fuck up. He's not a fucking superhero. He's a goddamn human being, and just like Tommy said, he's just a fucking YouTuber. And this is me keep talking. Stop babying his ass. I am so fucking sick of hearing it. Well, he needs guidance. He needs this. He needs help. No, he needs to grow the fuck up. Shit. He ain't special. He's just a dude that does YouTube and he makes creepy videos. That's it. Shit. Oh.
Making fun of me getting molested as a kid. A lot more. I'm 46 years old. I'm pretty confident with my sexuality. It's really not a big deal. And who knows? Maybe like Matt's leg, there'll be a few funny jokes in there.
Tommy would continue to receive hate by MamaMax fans as they would flood his live streams on Max as well as his clipped video. Max would go quiet, and he wouldn't respond publicly except for one of those statements that he made in the Q&A live stream. Max would just go back to making content. He put out a video on AI being used for child slavery in which he advertises a 3-hour documentary he's making about the subject of the weaponization of AI. But later in than a year, within a few months, something very peculiar would happen. He would begin to create a series that at this moment is kind of imploding on itself. And I don't know what will actually happen, but as of right now, I think we're witnessing the true downfall of MamaMax.
True.
So, this story is still unfolding in front of our eyes, so not all the information is out there yet. There are plenty of misgivings about Max, but he very much could possibly pull this all together in the end. Who knows? But at the moment, things are not looking good for Max Striker. Within the last few months, MamaMax's channel has plummeted through a downward spiral, that I don't think Max has ever experienced before. And the worst part of it is, there are potential victims that could be caught in the middle of all of this. On October 27th, 2023, MamaMax would upload a video called Brainwash Your Favorite Influencers, in which Max teases his next alleged subject in this weird, twisted pedophile hunting series. But aside from the video,
that video, we actually reacted to that video on the broadcast. And you know how I'll have my ADHD spats when I'm here? Like when Pumpkin disrupted me and I was like, oh shit, I was trying to get the pins up because, or like we'll squirrel in the chat and we'll I know Diesel. And we'll squirrel, or I'll get distracted and I'll go on a tangent about like how I did with Max and Max fighting, We were watching that video, and it was so hard for all three of us to take that video in because it was made so bad. And I'm not memeing right now, nor I'm not trying to be an asshole. That video was so horribly made that I couldn't pay attention to it. All three of us kept zoning out. It was like one huge ADHD moment when we were trying to watch it. It was horrible. It was horrible. What's up, Sierra?
what was most noticeable is that Max changed the name of his channel to God Cult, which led some fans to think his channel had been hacked. In the 10-minute teaser, Max insinuates that the subject will revolve around the occult, who are enticing minors into their insidious and carnal fellowship. Max would introduce Spencer, a young woman who allegedly became entrapped in the snare of a devilish cult, which is led by the name of a man who believes himself to be a werewolf god while she was but 16 years old. Max then produces an image of Camden Gerard Davis, the alleged werewolf in question. Max would provoke Davis with
AKA Count Blackula. That's what his nickname is. If you go to Chud Logic's channel, he actually has that picture as a meme, as a emote for his channel. Like, if you become a member. Oh God. Every time he goes over like the MamaMax stuff, because there's been a lot of MamaMax stuff, and they show that picture of Camden Gerard Davis, everybody throws up that emote in the chat. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. I will say this about Spencer. I've been watching the live stream she's been on, and I watched that one interview she did with the red communist person, that lady, okay? And I have an hour left, but I've watched a little over 4 hours of that podcast. Do y'all remember in the last live stream Max did? He tried to call me out for telling the survivors to shut the fuck up. Do you put a 1 in the chat if you remember Max in that live stream trying to call me out for telling those girls to shut the fuck up? Okay. All I'm going to say is, Spencer, you really should shut the fuck up. You really should. Because what you said across everything that you've talked in, it doesn't match up. You should shut the fuck up. If you got a case, you should shut the fuck up. I wasn't wrong. I'm gonna be honest. I got 25 pages of notes. No. I think I'm up 27, I think. You really should. Because if you got a case, I want you to be able to get your case done. And anybody else, you know, I want bad guys put away, and I want justice for victims and stuff. Alleged victims. I have to say alleged. I haven't seen any proof. You know, I want alleged bad people put away, and I want alleged victims to get justice. And the best way to help that is to, when don't go online, shut the fuck up. Honestly. And I mean that with my heart. You know? Just saying.
The threat of Leviathans are coming for you. Max would then make another call to arms, again requesting famous YouTubers to assist him. YouTubers like PewDiePie, Lex Friedman, Mr. Beast, Joe Rogan, Philip DeFranco, H3H3, Anthony Fantano, and Corpse Husband. Max then advertised his Patreon, to which he claimed he was raising funds for Spencer so that she could legally pursue Camden, as well as the law agencies that allegedly failed her. He also used this video to call arms to other potential victims of this werewolf god, that if they see the video and wish to reach out, they can do so. Max would link a video in the description which led to Spencer's channel, which provided a 4-hour-long podcast of all the context. So for an audience to really get the story, they'd have to sit down for 4 hours and watch all of it. Some of the allegations include Camden attempting to pimp Spencer out, sexual assault, attempted murder, being heavily manipulative, revenge porn, sexually interacting with girls as young as 13 years old, and at one point, he would pee on the women as well to mark his territory, because he's a werewolf. Listen, if you want all the context, then I'd suggest listening to the 4-hour podcast yourself, really, to get a good grasp on these allegations that are being thrown at Camden. But for most people, they don't really have any idea what these allegations even are. Now, normally, Max would just do an in-depth documentary on Camden, which would create buzz and would transition into surrounding approval for Spencer and the other victims for Max's audience. But this time, he tried something very different, and it basically has failed. You see,
There's something up. I don't understand why he tried to do it this way. I really don't understand why he did it the way he did it this time around. It made no sense. That you literally wanted people to hype up your cause without showing the people why they were hyping up your cause. It made no sense.
Max was very vague in his original video, and not only that, he copied his previous pattern of trying to provoke other YouTubers to talk about it, instead of letting the content rest on his shoulders. The substance of the video should be what gets other YouTubers to have a dialogue about it, but this video is just another pestering cope fest that almost seems to use Spencer as a shield. For this reason, this new project did not go as planned, as Max would actually lose subscribers due to changing the name of his channel. Also, the comments would not be too kind towards him. In fact, they were so negative, Max was forced to turn off the comments on this video.
Got sent a clip of you being nice to me, and now it's an alert variation on a stream. God, Slug, thank you for the 333, and you just had to put it on the fucking VOD that I was being nice to you? Really, Slug? I wasn't being that nice. I just said you had a lot of lore. I didn't call you an asshole like I normally do, Slug. Sorry, guys. Slug can't type in the chat because he's banned on my channel. Okay? So the only way he can communicate with me, I got him blocked on Twitter too and on Discord. The only way he can communicate with me is through donations. Okay? He has to pay to play. Yes, Angry Slug. I wasn't nice to you, I just didn't call you an asshole. The hell? Thank you for the 333 though, I appreciate it. Jesus Christ. Alright, keep going.
So, on November 11th, 2023, Max, being the egotistical man that he is, decided to make another video replying to the hate comment. The video is one massive cope fest where Max places himself on a pedestal as the heroic hunter who's trying to do good in the world, and the comments are just gelatinous germs that are purposefully misunderstanding Max's intentions. He literally spends almost 30 minutes attacking comments.
Unsubscribed from you today. Couldn't even make it past the first 5 minutes of this video. It's such a shame that you've fallen so hard from grace.
That video was rough. That video was so rough to watch. Like, I couldn't. Oh my God. It was bad.
Especially since I've enjoyed many of your Life Sucks videos. But ever since you quit Life Sucks, you've been going downhill, saying really dumb shit, causing controversy and drama, and being a cynical asshole. It's honestly unbelievable.
It's unfortunate. that you've decided to unsubscribe after just 5 minutes into a video that tackles grave issues affecting the lives of real children. Your reluctance to engage with a video of this kind indicates your threshold for confronting reality. If you consider my advocacy for the well-being of children to be saying dumb shit.
Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta say it. I'm sorry. I gotta say it. I gotta say it. I have stopped myself from saying this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Cancel me if you want. I don't care. I feel like there's a reason why you changed your name to God Cult. Because you run a culty type of operation. Like, listen to how he's talking. Listen to how he's talking with the effect of like a god. Like it's got the vibrations and the talking and shit. Listen to it. Just listen to it. Listen to how he's talking.
Dumb shit. Then perhaps you are someone who warrants closer scrutiny. But feel free to clarify.
Bro, what is you doing? I'm sorry. Seeing how your fanatic fans are, okay, and seeing that you literally did a live stream where you had the dude's face up in the top right corner, and at the very bottom under his picture you have "find him," and y'all are literally doxing his mom and doxing his brother, and you're literally sending your audience out to hunt him down. And then when detractors are critiquing you on your video in the comment section, and you make this video, it feels like almost like you're trying to indoctrinate people. You're not with me, you're not with us. It's like you're trying to fuck with people's heads. I mean, bro. Come on. It's not cute. It's not a good look. Seriously, it's not a good look. Calm your ass down. Oh, God. Some people should just not be on the internet. I swear to God. I swear to God, some people should just not be on the internet. Bro.
Because I too would like to know what dumb shit you think I'm saying.
I can tell you plenty of dumb shit you done said. Oh, God. Ask me that question. Literally, strike up a live stream and go, Xylie, what dumb shit have I said? And I will ask you, how much time do you have? Like, how long do we want this to be? Do we want this to be, like, hours? Or do you want it, like, spilled out in a minute? Like, how long do you have?
If the Tommy C situation
Yeah, ask Tommy that question. You right.
doesn't convince you how fragile Max's ego is, then this definitely would. Listen here on how he treats this comment about PewDiePie.
I feel like it's kind of a low blow asking PewDiePie to come back to address stuff like this when he stated that he's quitting YouTube to focus on his family. But ultimately, I understand your point.
I appreciate that you ultimately understand my point. That also means you'll understand the magnitude of the issues we're confronting leaves no room for silence.
Okay, get rid of the damn voice modulator. Seriously. Just talk in your normal voice, bro. Okay? You're not doing your funky video with the scary stuff and stuff like that. I can understand the voice then, okay? Because it's like a character. I get it. But this shit here, come on. But he is wearing the nice sweater. He's wearing the sweater that I like. You get a plus point for charisma there.
If PewDiePie can come back and talk about Sniper Wolf, then he and others can talk about the nightmarish realities that millions of children are enduring.
Slug for $1. You were nice to me both here and on Badwick's. Also, hi, Bod. Xylie is bad at Fortnite. Slug, thank you for the $1. I am busy right now, sir. Can I please do my job? I would appreciate it. Thank you. Diesel! Thank you, Diesel. We're almost done with your video. Thank you for the raid. We're almost done with your video. This 2-hour video that doesn't have any timestamps. So your coffee ad got played because you snuck it right in there. Nice promotion. Diesel just finished torturing us. Hello. Well, welcome, Maya. I also torture my audience. So, welcome. Hey, sugar. All right, let's finish this up. Come on. Let's do it. We've been live for 3 hours now. Suicidal Slaw, member for 8 months. Thank you, Slaw. I appreciate it.
Every day. And how our collective inaction is failing them on a global scale. Every influencer, regardless of their current engagement level, has a platform that could be used to drive significant change.
Clout, clout, clout. I need the clout. I need the clout. I need the clout. Please, please, please give me clout. Please give me clout. Give me clout. Give me clout. You know what? You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Did y'all notice how this last hashtag he tried to do didn't pick up on Twitter? Did y'all realize that this time around? His last hashtag didn't work at all. And what the funny thing is, we are real. We are real was already trending for a soccer team in Spain. We are Real. We are Real. So hashtag we are real. If you looked it up, it was about a soccer team in Spain. You idiot. You idiot. Oh my God, you're an idiot. Yes, soccer balls in the chat. Soccer balls in the chat. Hashtag we are Rael. Yes. I remember we were going through that video, and I think it was Bunny looked it up, or Bunny told us about it, and she said what it was. I was dying laughing. Hell yes. Yes, hashtag we are Real.
There is an array of methods to address these issues in a way that is both impactful and accessible to their audience. As people with the power to influence public opinion, we are not doing enough.
During the video, Max even copes out about how the previous video was the worst performing video on his channel. And I mean, yeah, no shit. You changed the name of your channel, you didn't provide substantial context, and you begged YouTubers to...
You've been on YouTube how long, and you knew what changing the name of your channel would do? Oh my God. You need an HR department. Or, no, excuse me, fuck HR. You need a PR department. You really do need a PR department. Tusky, been a member 14 months. Remember when MamaMax had good content? I do. I don't, because I didn't watch him before. So no, I don't, Tusky, to be honest. Because I never watched him before. So, I mean, you should have known. You've been on YouTube how long? You should have known what that was going to do. Idiot.
Talk about it for the majority of it. Not only does he complain about his video not doing well in the algorithm, but he also talks about how a lot of the YouTubers he reached out to didn't get back to him, and basically had a pity party, like a petulant child whose friends didn't wish him happy birthday. Also, because of the creators who he interacted with before didn't react to his videos on live stream, Max believes that it is an act of self-preservation, and that they selfishly ignored the endangerment of minors. Max then explained the reasoning behind his name switch.
Selfishly for their career? Yeah. Yeah.
Was meant to be a metaphorical representation of influencers who apply cult-like techniques to harvest and cultivate a community. Mainly, I'd say the theme of this video, besides being a tall glass of copium, is that he believes quantity of a talking head YouTube video unfairly surpasses the quality of a more artistic approach. This is simply a video from a frustrated YouTuber whose content did horrible in the algorithm. But again, like before, it's camouflaged as a representation of a vigilante justice against child abusers not getting the spotlight it deserved. But then it only gets worse from here, as big names are about to enter the arena. On November 25th, 2023, MamaMax would upload a video titled, quote, "This is the greatest cancellation of all time," at Penguin Zero.
He tried it. He tried it with that one, didn't he? He tried it and changed the thumbnail 3 times. Changed the name of the video 3 times. You idiot. Why would you clickbait trying to cancel Charlie? Do you not know YouTube? Do you not realize that Moist Critical is seen as the Jesus of YouTube? Are you kidding me? You idiot! Oh my God, you are just, oh my, dumb.
Hashtag we are real. The video was meant to be a bait and switch as it portrays a cancellation of.
Listen, my audience, my normal audience, loves Charlie, aka Moist Critical. They love Moist Critical so much. If I play a video of Moist Critical, he could be talking about something serious, and these hussies in my chat, they don't know what he's saying because all they're doing is looking at him and staring at him. Okay? These hussies in my chat don't even know the words that are coming out of that man's mouth. They love them a short king. They love them some Charlie. So let me tell you something. You get a bunch of women who already get hot and heavy off of Charlie, and then you act like you're trying to cancel him. Psst, it's Jober, okay? It is Jober at that point. Because I know the hussy army over here ain't having that shit. Okay? Because they love them some Charlie. Don't even try it. What are you talking about? Toxic Gossip Train. Remember 2 months. It's been a whole ass 2 months. Here for Pumpkin. Hell yeah. Ninja. Look at Ninja. I'm not gay, but I would go down on him if he asked. He's the Jesus of YouTube. You don't go after Charlie. What? They love me too. Yes, they do, Diesel. Yes, they do.
Moist Critical, but it's actually just another call to action. Another call to action. The idea of the video seems to be an attempt at an introspective thrust towards the folly and irrelevance that YouTube commentary channels cultivate. An obsession with what Max would consider trivial content that apparently overwhelms the algorithm.
Okay, well then since Steve was able to do it, y'all should go to my store because I have merch called Hussies University where we all get into our hussy gear and we have meetings once a week. We were supposed to have one today, but then these videos dropped and I have to do it another way. But Hussy University, you know, get the sweatshirts, t-shirts, you know, stuff like that. Okay, there we go. There's my ad. All right.
Market blocking the more serious toned subjects, like the ones Max covers, from reaching a wider audience.
Diesel does... I'm sorry, I go to Petty University. Okay, you can go to 2 universities, okay? You can go... First of all... Hussies University teaches you the proper way of being a hussy, okay? There is nothing wrong with being a hussy, all right? I go to Petty University too. Just saying. Throwing it out there. Anyway, yeah, we double major here. Damn right we do.
What Max hopes for in this video is for bigger influencers to avoid the topical mainstays and instead cover the darker, more uncommon stories that Max believes they are avoiding.
Influencers can redefine what it means to be a content creator in the digital age. We can set new standards for the kind of content that
ChatGPT wrote that.
This shift in priorities from purely entertaining to meaningfully impactful.
Fun fact, did you know ChatGPT wrote his video? He says it in the description. He didn't even write this video. He used ChatGPT, which, I don't know, with a leak that Nick gave out. Yeah, ChatGPT wrote that video. That's why his hand, okay, in that video, that's why if you noticed in that video, his hand movements were weird. He was also lip syncing it for the video. That wasn't him actually talking into the mic. That's why his hand movements and what he was saying wasn't matching. Because he was trying to act. He was lip syncing it. It was already recorded. And you can see it a couple of times where he moves away from the mic. And he kind of like half a second there doesn't finish the word. But yet the word is full. Yeah.
Work can pave the way for a more informed and action-oriented online community. It's an opportunity for influencers to use their platforms for something greater than just views and likes, to become agents of change in a world that desperately needs it.
Max's video would then transition into an attempt to get Charlie's attention, as Max would drop his DMs with Charlie, where he basically begged him to watch Max's original video, continuously DMing him to check up on him after Charlie went dark. It's like a jilted lover, as Max continued to be ignored. The prose within the messages become more and more manipulative. In the video to Moist Critical, Max would reveal a link in one of the screenshots of the DMs to Charlie, which would lead to a short YouTube video that invites all to find the information on the legal case that's allegedly being funded due to the authorities failing the victims. The only caveat being anyone who wants to be pertained to this information would have to sign an NDA.
I be damned. I be damned. Now, I found out what signing the NDA actually was, okay? But when you say NDA to me, I am thinking I'm gonna give you my information. Now, with the doxing of people's parents that he's hunting down, doxing people's parents on a live stream, their brother on a live stream, do I look dumb enough in which I would give you my fucking information? Do I look dumb enough where I would give you my information? Hell no. You tell me NDA, I'm gonna look at you like, bitch, what? No. No, sir. Yes, you do. Slug, I'm gonna not be nice anymore if you don't stop. Thank you. Thank you for the $1, Slug. Fun fact, he says that doxing someone's name. Oh, yeah. Oh, doxing a first and last name is not PII, right? It's not PII. But lyrics, make sure you take your video down or we'll have to strike it. Because I was dumb enough to let one of the victims use their real name in a Discord call. But wait a minute, Max. Real names isn't personal information. You can't have it both ways, homeboy. It don't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Thank you for the 1, Slug.
You are invited to a mass call between many high-profile YouTubers and the survivors of a destructive sex cult that has victimized hundreds of children. The leader is still active. This is the real deal. Law enforcement has failed us. We have solid evidence we are saving for the legal case. You will be allowed to see everything under an...
That's true, Sugar. It was only the first name. Yep. Yeah, and he goes into Lyrics' DMs threatening him like that. He done lost his damn mind.
They have been screaming their story for the past 7 years. I think it's time we finally listen. Your involvement would entail a brief 15-minute session, allotting 3 minutes per survivor. A subsequent Q&A is optional. Your mere presence could provide immense solace to these young individuals. If you would like to participate, we would be grateful to have you.
Later in the video, Max...
He just goes after supposed bad people for clout and makes videos but doesn't actually ever go to the police in history anyone's gone after. You know why, CJ? You know why? Because he is exactly what I called him. He is a vigilante for views only. He is a vigilante for clout. He is a vigilante so those girls can go, oh my God, MamaMax is so edgy and he has that deep voice and he hunts down pedos, so he is such a great guy. He's a Superman. That's why he does it. That's why he does it. That's why he does the things that he does. Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
Would come off as even more exploitative in an attempt to get Charlie's attention publicly, because apparently pestering him in DMs did not work, during which Max even tries to recreate footage of Charlie playing with his dog. This video is very much so a missing the mark by miles.
Yes.
Max would also concentrate a part of his video on Sniper Wolf, which also led to a lot of backlash because people felt that Max insinuating that Jack's films getting doxxed was just irrelevant drama. Max's losing streak with uploads continued as Max would lose 2,000 subscribers.
Of course it was irrelevant drama. You know why it was irrelevant drama? It was doxing. It was doxing. Can we be honest? Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you want me to be honest. How I really, really feel. And it's really quite simple. It's 1 sentence. Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to be honest. You know what MamaMax is? You know what MamaMax really is? A doxer. That's what he is. He's a doxer. He is a doxer. That's what he does. And I dare anyone to tell me different. Now, I know over here in the commentary community, they really don't like doxing. MamaMax is a doxer. And we've seen him do it on a live stream, where he could have potentially put 2 people's lives in danger. Hell, it still could be in danger because I think that live stream's still up. I haven't went back and watched it yet. I believe that one's still up. I believe. He's a doxer. He's a doxer, but under the disguise of a pedo hunter. I mean, to me, that sums it all up. Yeah, and the brother's name. Yep, you're right. I'm gonna say Haiti Rom, because I don't know how to. Is it Ramat? I'm just gonna say Hottie. Hottie. I'm gonna say Hottie. If that's not right, tell me if I'm not right. But yeah, and the brother's name. He could have put people in danger. He could have put people in danger by putting that one father up that they showed in the clip. He's a doxer. So. Thank you, Royal. I appreciate that.
And would begin to get bombarded with comments criticizing him. These weren't just biased hate comments. No, these were from his actual fans who did not like where this was going at all. It's almost like people were starting to understand the perspective that Tommy C was coming from. Now, at this point, MamaMax was officially enduring the most criticism he's ever encountered while being a YouTuber, and it kept coming. One other thing, remember when I talked about Angry Slug and how he would return? Well, it turns out Slug was brought back into the fold and helped edit Max's video on Charlie, as well as create the thumbnail. Good for him. Commentary YouTuber Sensitive Society would drop a video criticizing MamaMax the very next day, pointing out how ridiculous everything was.
If all the content you're getting from this guy is exposing Creed, what does the title insinuate? You know what I mean? Like, maybe just me, maybe you guys don't agree, but it kind of makes it seem like this guy is exposing Penguin Zero Charlie as a creep. I don't know if that was his intention, and I'm not the only one who thought this. There's a lot of people who are in the comment section who's like, what is this about? Is Penguin Zero a creep? And just overall, it's one of the strangest, weirdest videos.
It was clickbait. It was clickbait.
And kind of guilt-tripping people into doing the same type of content he's making.
And this is going to sound very familiar. Max's execution is in his fake cancellation video on Moist Critical. This video would get Max's attention and...
Wait, CJ just said, we just saw an old video of his where he talked about starting to date a little Korean girl. Wait, what? Wait, CJ, you came from Diesel's chat, right? CJ, didn't you come from Diesel's chat? Okay. CJ said, we just saw an old video of him where he talked about starting to date a little Korean girl. What do you mean by that? Hey, Xylie, this is Lucy. I don't think we've ever talked. I don't think we've ever talked either. Hi. Max would eventually accuse that little Korean girl. Wait a minute. When we say little Korean girl, now I need clarifiers. Oh God, Slug just rated me. Thank you for the raid, Slug. Wait, I need clarifiers. Where's Diesel? Somebody get a hold of Diesel. I need Diesel right now. I'm putting a bat signal up. Where's Diesel? I need an explanation for this. CJ done fucked with my ADHD. I can't even finish this damn video because CJ had to come in here and say some shit like that. Where Diesel? Wait, get in here. Where's Diesel? Where is Diesel? I need somebody to explain this to me. Hold on. I need somebody to explain this to me.
Hi, Xylie.
Okay, explain the little what?
Okay, so I was watching Diesel's stream while I was watching your stream, but
yeah.
Did you ever hear the Life Sucks videos?
No.
So Max used to do these things called Life Sucks back before he was a pedo hunter, where he'd talk about depression and talk about sadness and breakups, and he'd also talk about weird stuff like annoying people at the movies and just gay videos. And one of the videos is about his breakup with one of the girls, and he at some point refers to her as like a little Korean girl, and then he shows like an anime thing dancing. Now, is she literally a little Korean girl, like age-wise? No.
Okay.
But it's just Diesel making fun of the whole context of like saying little Korean girl and then showing like a little anime girl dancing. Now the big twist is this specific little Korean girl, quote unquote, would be the one he would accuse of rape later on when he would make the video against the accuser. And this is a girl that actually never came out publicly about Max. I think she got caught DMing someone in Max's camp who was pretending to be a Max detractor or something.
Yeah, they have a tendency to do that.
Yeah, so I don't think she ever came out publicly, but nonetheless, Max accused her of rape.
I hate it here. I absolutely hate it here. I hate it here. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. What? Oh, Jesus Lord. And we've never heard from that girl then, right?
I've never seen her speak out public. And I don't think she ever will.
Well, you know what? It's probably better for her not to.
Yeah, and I don't blame her.
I don't blame her at all. I don't blame her one bit. I do not blame her one bit. That's crazy. Well, thank you for coming in and explaining it to me.
Yeah. No problem.
Because I was like, wait a minute. I read that and I said, halt. Nope. I want an explanation before we go any further. I need an explanation for that shit. All right, let me get out of here so I can finish this damn video.
Adios.
All right, peace. Okay, so we got the explanation. Whew. Max has put some messed up shit out into the internet about himself. Yeah, apparently. My God. Yeah, because I never watched any of that. So, ooh. Okay, we're almost done with this damn video. God.
The same day, on November 26, 2022, MamaMax would go live, something he rarely does, and address the criticism he was getting in a live stream titled, Fight Me. Max would be joined by Spencer, as Max explained his reasoning on why he made the video to try and get Critical's attention. He would also continue to fight back against the comments on his video that he had been getting a lot of traction, and his frustrations were also made known about the pushback he was enduring. Max would then react to Sensitive Society's video about him, in which Max refused the inclination that he was trying to guilt trip everyone. At one point, Max impulsively begins to write down a bunch of names of YouTubers that the chat suggests he go get in touch with, and one of those names is yours truly. It goes without saying.
I remember. I want to say I was in the voice chat with Diesel when this went down. I was like, ooh, yeah, get a hold of FPS Diesel. He was like, the hell? No. That was the funniest shit. Oh, God. It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious.
Don't do that. It was actually a fan of mine who suggested it. Well, I guess if Max wants me to answer him on whether or not I'd have a conversation, I'll get to you, buddy, when I get to you. I got bigger fish to fry and more important people than you to pay attention to.
I know that's
Sorry.
right.
Later, Max would address the backlash with his editor, Angry Slug, in which Max said that he's not going to engage in personal drama because that hurts the overall goal of saving children. And
okay, now, listen. I play D&D with this man, okay? All right, y'all in my chat now. All right, don't be fawning over FPS Diesel. All right, he aight. He ain't all that. All right, I gotta deal with this. I gotta talk to him almost every night. He gets on my damn nerves. Diesel gets on my damn nerves, and I'll say it loud and proud. Just saying, I ain't scared of Diesel. Unless he put Matt, shut up. Matt, I'm going to ban you from my chat. You're getting banned today, buddy. It's happening. Okay? All I said under that picture on Twitter is, I see you, Diesel. Okay? All I said was, I see you. Okay? It was a good looking picture. Jesus. It was nothing nefarious. I would never. No. Ew. I am a wholesome married woman, okay? Thank you very much. I know Hex did not come into my chat to try and expose me the way he did. Hex, I understand you're one of my #1 supporters, but I will hide your ass too. Okay, buddy? I will hide your ass too. All I did was say, I see you with the eyeballs. You know, the 2 little eyeballs that you can put up on there? Yeah, that's all I did, okay? It was a good picture. It was taken very well. Yes, I have more. Thank you, Sugar. I have morals. All right? I am a middle-aged old woman with morals. Leave me alone. Ho! Hex, I only got a few minutes left on this video, and I will promptly join the voice chat to cuss your ass out when I'm done, okay? Just know you about to get it. Now, you're not going to get it bad because I've already had a couple of screaming sessions during this video, okay? And Slug, you can kiss my ass for calling me a boomer. I am Gen X. Thank you very much. Thank you for the $1. All right. So, Hex, I will cuss you out promptly. Okay? Just saying. Okay, let's finish it. Wait. Where, hey, wait, who are you? Oh, is that Magnetar, I will hide your ass too. Y'all don't. Okay, welcome to Xylie Gets Real Chat. I will hide you all. I will sit here in this damn live stream. I don't even know how many of y'all are in here right now, okay? But I will hide every single one of y'all and just do this shit and not talk to anybody. I'm crazy. I am a card-carrying member of the Crazy Woman Club. I will do it. Now, I can promise you, I'll unhide you. You know what? I'll time you out for 24 hours. How about that? Every single one of y'all. I don't care. We're all going to be putting time out for simping. Yes. Shit. All right, can we please finish this damn video? Y'all are making me squirrel out, my ADHD going crazy. Come on now. Let's get it together. Shit.
That when it comes to Slug, there's a lot of misinformation. The video on Critical as well as the live stream opened up the floodgates when it came to public critiques of MamaMax. First and foremost, Charlie addressed MamaMax on a live stream and relayed that he was none too happy about how Max went about this after explaining that he was dealing with COVID while Max was trying to get in touch with him. Max had also changed his name back to MamaMax from God Cult after apparently did not work and whatever weird metaphor.
Slug, I'm gonna stop reading these off because you keep making me pause. She won't unhide you. Her grandson Sin said she's out of her meds. Okay, first of all, Sin wouldn't talk about me like that. Okay, first off. Second off, Slug, kiss my old ass. How about that? Now, the next dollar you give me, I'm not going to read it because I am trying to finish this fucking video. Slug. I think you should ask Angelina Scove if she wants to come on stream. I'm very interested in hearing her opinion on MamaMax. I bet you are, Matt. Speaking of simping, I also talked to Matt, too. Just saying. Simping. Let's talk about simping for a second, Matthew. Of course you want her on my show. I love Angelina. She is awesome. All right.
Before he was going for was just completely lost on the audience. Max would do another live stream with Spencer in which Lyrics would call in to debate him. Lyrics had recently returned to commentary, and him and another small commentary channel named Colton had a back and forth with both MamaMax and Spencer, in which at one point MamaMax claimed that he did not guilt trip Moist Critical. The conversation would eventually end on bad terms when Lyrics used the dreaded R slur, which is ironic given that Max was mad at Corpse Husband for throwing him under the bus due to the use of that slur. Max would then end up kicking Lyrics and Colton from the call. Later, Mudahar would call in, and the two would have a more controlled conversation where Mudahar acted in good faith and explained to Max that, again, Max's execution was poor.
I can't either,
Razio. If he wants to tell an actual story, it's there for him to do so. Seriously, this story is about a man who thinks he's a werewolf who preys on children. People are going to watch that either way. Max more or less agreed, but then the next...
Werewolf vampire? Hello? Oh, no, wait. No, he was actually the werewolf. Spencer was the hybrid. That's right. Okay, no, werewolf.
Next day, Tommy C did a stream, and Tommy would again speculate if Max was a grifter. Muda would call into Tommy's stream and would agree with Tommy on the fact that something just doesn't seem right, and promise to look more into the story. And Tommy would then have a DM exchange with Max, which would later drop on Twitter. Soon after that, other content creators would join in on the criticism, and eventually MamaMax's whole fan base, as well as his Reddit, began to question Max's intentions. In fact, some of these people were even questioning the validity of previous content, and believed that they had found proof that he may have faked some of it. All of this is mainly equated to MamaMax producing a complete misfire, that his audience is waiting with bated breath for him to come correct. Max would also apologize to Charlie in a pinned comment to his video, as well as changing the title and thumbnail. Now, there was a lot of debate on whether Max should go to the authorities about this. Is mainly equated to MamaMax producing a complete misfire, that his audience is waiting with bated breath for him to come correct. Max would also apologize to Charlie in a pinned comment to his video.
In these moments of introspection, your constructive criticisms are not... Okay, here's another thing about MamaMax that gets on my goddamn nerves, okay? Listen, I'm a blue-collar bitch, all right? I understand you use big words, but he, overdoes it when he writes and in his videos. He overdoes the big word thing. It doesn't make you sound more intelligent, okay? I'm just saying. I hate that overly using big word shit. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. He doesn't talk like that in calls, though. I'm sure he doesn't, because he didn't talk like that with me when I had my one-on-one call with him. I wonder if Blackula showed Spencer sacred geometry and she thought, oh my God. In these moments of introspection, your constructive criticism not only noted, but deeply appreciated. I thank you for your honest feedback. You asshole. Max. I thank you for your constructive criticism were not only noted, but deeply appreciated. Were they noted? Were they deeply appreciated? Because you still did your dumbass live streams. Were they? I'm in process of creating a new video. Yet, no video. Aimed at fully addressing the issues you raised. The key point of my initial message was to show how significant issues are too often ignored by the noise of mainstream distractions. I was particularly disheartening to witness influencers like those we approached focusing on Sniper Wolf while our pleas for help seemed to fall on deaf ears. Yeah, did you see the way that fucking video looked? I guess it did. Also, influencers, I feel we have a duty to ensure a more balanced approach. Yeah, by doxing somebody's mother and their brother? Are you fucking serious? Communication is key in this endeavor. I promise to make sure that I promise to make sure that the true spirit of my message is clearly communicated to everyone. I want to extend a sincere apology. Yeah, because he has more subscribers than you. I want to extend a sincere apology to Charlie if this video in any way carried meanings that were unintended. I'm truly sorry. It looked like you were trying to cancel him. You seriously made clickbait trying to cancel the Jesus of YouTube. You dumb fuck. I guess so.
As well as changing the title and thumbnail. Now, there was a lot of debate on whether Max should go to the authorities about this, and Spencer did say that at the time she had reported Camden to the police, and other victims have come forward since then. And there have been attempts to obtain arrest records from Camden, as well as police reports that were allegedly made in 2017. Some of this has come to fruition, but nothing has been confirmed as of yet. But recently, Max put out a short proclaiming that he is in contact with Camden's local authorities and that an update is on the horizon. Anyway, there was an update. On January 5th, 2024, MamaMax went live again, and it got even worse. The first part of the stream was dedicated to the new victim of Camden Davis, and in the stream, Max...
I'm fangirling. I made an FPS Diesel video. I made it into an FPS Diesel. I've made it, guys. I've made it. I made it into a Diesel video. I've made it. Listen, Diesel's my homie, okay? That's my homeboy. Leave me alone.
Gives updates in which he states that they are not going the civil route and are raising money so that all the victims can fly out to Georgia to report the alleged werewolf pedophile together. However, near the end, Max ended up addressing the commentary community and got pushback from multiple creators.
Hi, Xylie.
Hey, Max. Now, we talked before. You should have known me coming up here would probably not be a good idea.
I think it's a great idea.
I don't know. I don't think so. Because you're not listening to anybody else. So what makes me think you're going to listen to me? Because I'm going to tell you now. It is so cringe for me to hear myself. I hate it. I don't know how y'all have listened to me for almost 4 hours now. I don't know how the hell y'all do it. I don't know how y'all listen to me. Because I get cringed the fuck out when I hear my voice. Even sped up. Lyrics had hella good points. Muda, once again, had hella good points, and you're not listening to them. And every time Muda talks to you for 2 times in a row, I think it was 2 live streams in a row, but 2 times Muda has talked to you, you act like your daddy whooped your ass, and you look like you're about to cry because you know his ass is right. But yet, you don't do what he says. What is wrong with you? You plan to go to the police, right?
Of course.
So, what's the point past that? Because then you're talking court. So then, if you go to police and they say, okay, yay, we're going to go get him or whatever, I don't know, live in a dreamland, whatever you want to feel. Are you going to court after that?
I'm unsure about the entire process. I think that's the job of the district attorney, but the survivors would likely appear as witnesses.
Okay. What bothers me is your answer right there. You've been doing this for 5 years and you don't know how the process goes? Bro. How many people have you actually caught?
I've never been to court.
Oh, well then shit, that makes sense then. There you go, folks. Okay. There you go.
Lyrics, Mudahar, Smaggle Daggle, Xylie Gets Real. It was another stream in which he spiraled and even ended it with a bit of Max foreshadowing his channel. And honestly, it's not looking good. Now, I just want to say on record that I'm not doubting Spencer's accusations. This video is not about Spencer. We'll eventually see what happens, and what I'm pointing out is how...
I'm not either. You know, like what I said about Spencer before. I'm not either. It's just that I understand... Okay. Let's talk about something real quick, and then we can finish this video. And it does have to do with the video. I'm not squirreling, okay? This is not an ADHD moment, but it is something that people have to consider. People deal with trauma in very different ways. There is no one set way to deal with trauma, okay? Some people forget things because of trauma. Some people get very angry and become violent because of trauma. Some people get very depressed and cry all the time or want to do bad things to themselves because of trauma. Some people remember things differently because of trauma. Trauma can do weird ass things to you. Okay? So when I told those girls they needed to shut the fuck up, I meant that in a way for them to not accidentally say stupid shit. You know what I mean? That could eventually bite them in their own ass, because if it does go to court, the defense can get them on it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it can mess up their case. And it stems down to trauma can do some shit to people. And that's something that I think everybody needs to remember. But also, it's understandable to look at inconsistencies. And some stuff that biologically makes no sense. That's all I'm going to say on that part for now. But yeah. Yeah, I meant what I said, and I still stand by what I said. MamaMax, you said you were going to address everything soon or whatever. And by the way, I had a banger ass response to your community tab, and you fucking deleted it. I said, keep talking, Max, keep talking. And I had 84 likes on that shit, and you fucking deleted it. You know what, Max? Kiss my ass, because you didn't like me throwing your words back at you. Anywho, okay? You said you were coming back. If you go live, don't put Spencer up there. Don't be dumb. Don't put Spencer or any of the other girls up there. That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
How Max has gone about this. There's one pattern I've found while researching MamaMax is that Max has a disoriented design on how to progress through social media, and it leads to piss poor execution. If Max would just create the content and tell the story, this would lead to more eyes and ears. He wouldn't have to go drum up drama to create a spectacle, because he's a talented filmmaker and his content is above par. In fact, his content sets a higher standard than really anything else on this platform. Look, I don't know if Max is a grifter or if he truly wants to help victims, but ultimately a YouTuber's ego has always been their downfall. And I think this case resonates in the same way.
Yeah.
Take Moist Critical, for instance.
Yeah.
Charlie is a man who helped out Max not once but twice. 2 times Charlie has used his platform to lend a helping hand to Max, even brought Max up to the CEO of YouTube, and Max throws it all away because he didn't get a response in DMs. If that's not a fragile ego, I don't know what to tell you. Max has to control his ego if he wants to get anywhere with any of this. He has to buckle down and just make a video and not get caught up in the...
I think the whole situation that Max is in now, it may have started with good intentions. I'm not going to sit here and say it didn't have good intentions from the beginning. All right. I'm not going to say that. But I think what ruined it was his fucking ego. His ego and not knowing how the system works. Dear God, you've been doing this for 5 years and you literally admitted to me on live stream that you're not sure how the system works. Bro. Between your inability or your lack of education of how the system works and your ego, that has fucked this up. Maybe not completely. All right. A good lawyer can do great things. We just went over a case over in the broadcast about that one lady who her foster parents aged her up by 14 years and somehow they got away with it. Okay. So a good lawyer can do amazing things, but it still has the potential of fucking it up. You know? Yeah, Natalia, that's what we went over in the broadcast today, yeah. So, dude. Uh-oh, what's going on? Why aren't you playing?
The weeds of what people like Tommy C think. He also has to realize that he's never going to change the world with a YouTube video, and that there's a lot of people that just don't really want to watch his type of content. They just want to watch stupid gamers like XQC scream unintelligible nonsense in the microphone. Max has an audience that will watch everything he makes, but as long as it took him to make it to the top, that fall from grace can happen really quickly. So my advice to MamaMax is to quit being a bitch and make the fucking video.
Period!
This will actually be your downfall.
Yeah! Period! Quit being a bitch! You're being a bitch! Shit! And not the kind of bitch like a good bitch. Like, I'm the good bitch type, okay? You're being like a bitch. Like, bro. You're being like a bro bitch. That's not good. The fuck?
If you really want to help people, just make a fucking video. It's not that hard. Another quick update. While working on this video, there's been tons of new updates that have been transpiring literally as we speak. If more comes to light, I guess we can expect a part 2. So if you like this doc, you can go check out my documentary playlist that's filled with video essays like this one. I'd like to give a special shout out to the research helpers on this one. You can find the links down below, of course. And take care, be well, and MamaMax, bro, if you...
There we go. Shit. I'm working on the video as fast as I fucking can, Xylie. Slug. I understand you're working on MamaMax's video from what you said on Turd Island last night and what you're saying now. I, for some reason, feel like that ain't gonna vindicate shit. And here's the thing, too. And here's one thing that everybody has to understand. That video, in my eyes, MamaMax is still a doxer. And he still revs up his audience to go after people and do his bidding. Whether it's to hunt people down or try to influence influencers to do his bidding. So no matter what that video says, he's a piece of shit in my eyes. Honestly. No matter with what that video says, that man is a piece of shit in my eyes. So we have MamaMax's editor just giving Xylie money while editing the latest circus act. Yeah, actually, yes. You got Slug giving me money while he's editing MamaMax's video, apparently. Yes. So he can't type in the chat. I'm telling you, Slug is literally blocked on everything with me. He is blocked in my chat, he is blocked on Discord, and he is blocked on Twitter. Spencer says she only realized... Oh, yeah, she said that in the documentary. I have that written down as a note. Spencer says she only realized she was in a cult after watching documentary, which is self-diagnosis. Any psychologist will tell you not to do that. Well, yeah, true. Oh, I advocate Queen. I advocate that for any kind of victim, survivor, whichever word that you like to use. I advocate for all people like that to go see therapists. You know? So, this was a fan-fucking-tastic video by Diesel. I learned a lot about MamaMax that I didn't know. Matt Pitt did an amazing job writing that. Please don't tell Matt that I said something good about him. I need to keep the facade that I hate his ass. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. We're going to keep it between me and all 314 of you. Okay? We're going to keep it our secret. I did not talk good about Matt at all. Fuck. He heard me. Great. But no, it was a really good video. I think it was a video that was needed because it put everything in order and really showed us a lot about him. Like I said, I didn't know a lot of that stuff. So, tomorrow we're going to go over, tomorrow, okay, so it's the week of MamaMax, right? So tomorrow, I'm going to go over Lyrics' video, and then we have Muda's video and Nick's video somewhere in the week, all right? I know the broadcast is going to be doing those 3 videos also. I'm going to be watching these videos like 5,000 times. And apparently MamaMax is coming out with a video, question mark? I think he's going to go live. Either that, I think he's going to drop the video and then go live. Either way, that motherfucker, he doesn't know how to get off. He's going to go live. I bet you he's going to go live. Watch Diesel's live stream too. Yeah, you know what, CJ? I'll probably check that out when I wake up in the morning. And I'm doing other stuff. I'll probably do that. So, Lucy, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. So, he's going to call everyone in the commentary community the P word. Well, guess what, MamaMax? You may call everybody in the commentary community the P word, but guess what? We beat you to it because all they do around here is call each other the P word. Okay? The P word ain't shit around here. They do that shit for fun in this community. Just saying. Shit. Man, I'm tired. I've been with y'all literally I've been with y'all for 4 hours. I'm getting the hell out of here. Y'all got anything else to say before I get the hell out of here? I'm already in a community where a crazy man calls everybody the P word, I bet. Alright, y'all have a good night. Peace out. Oh, wait, wrong. No, wrong song. Okay, sorry. My bad. That is not my normal outro. Here we go.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me.
I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains. I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things. Gonna make a fucking name, I just wanna be famous. But I don't want that cheap fame, no, I'm not that vain. I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me.
Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs a man, a septic.
Ain't no motherfucker in